at westerniowatoday.com.
And good evening from Atlantic. Tom Robbins alongside Cody Weaver. We're also keeping track of the Class 1A Girls Regional Wrestling Tournament at Central Decatur. 3 Trojan wrestlers are in the semifinals. Cody, give us an update on what we have so far.
Yeah, at 115, Cadence Kinsey, she's in the semis. She's going to take on Heeman of Albia. At 130 pounds, it's Haley Huffman, who had a couple buys there. She lost by fall in 55. She is going to take on Pedicini of Knoxville next round. At 140 pounds, it was Olivia Knuth. She had a bye there. She lost by fall. She did come back on the backside there and won by fall in 418. So now she's going to take on Kinsey of West Central Valley. 145 for Lily Johnson. She had a bye, lost by fall, and lost, so that'll probably eliminate her opportunity or chances to get to that state tournament. At 155, Leah Thomas, just a freshman there. She won by fall in 22 seconds there on the front side. She's in the semis, and she's going to take on Latch of Pleasantville. And at 235, your junior Haley Armstrong, number 1 seed there. She's going to take on Rippinger of Knoxville. Rippinger won by fall there in the semifinals. So, again, Kinsey in the Cadence Kinsey in the semis, Leah Thomas in the semis, and Haley Armstrong in the semis, and it was Huffman there. On the backside, she's going to take on Pedicini, and Olivia Knuth there won by fall in that backside, continuing to go on for that hopefully true second place.
You bet, and we'll have more of that coming up during our halftime break from Central Decatur High School tonight. The first time ever that the Atlantic Trojans as a team in Atlantic uniform are vying for a state tournament berth, which will be held next week in Iowa City, actually in Coralville. Well, we'll turn our attention to basketball. Atlantic at 12-5, taking on 15-1 St. Albert here this evening. St. Albert ranked number 1 in Class 1A, and it should be a great one here tonight. A lot going on. It's pink out this evening. Villa Dance is going to be here, and at halftime, we're going to honor the 2025 Iowa High School Athletic Directors Administrative Assistant of the Year, which is going to be really a big honor coming up here at halftime as well. We'll tell you more about that here in just a little bit. Broadcast brought to you in part by Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll. First Whitney Bank, the only bank you'll ever need at First Whitney Bank. And Body Basic, call 254-BODY to get your body back to the basics. And the Seed Pros, by your side to maximize yields. Forward go, your Pioneer Pros, John Becker, Mark Bentiger, Gary Dinkla, and Nick Knutson. Coming up next, we're going to have our Coaches Show brought to you by McAtee Tire and Service, your headquarters for all your automotive repairs and Goodyear Tires at 100 West 2nd Street in Atlantic. We'll hear from Atlantic head coach Dan Vargason, but first this from McAtee Tire.
Good coaches know their players' strengths and weaknesses. They watch, evaluate, and come up with a game plan to make their team better. Like a good coach, when you bring your vehicle to McAtee Tire, they listen to your concerns and give clear explanations on how they can help. They come up with a game plan to get your vehicle performing at its best. From tires to oil changes, brakes, engine repair, and more, McAtee Tire can assist in all your vehicle needs and help you feel prepared for all the competitions ahead. McAtee Tire and Service, where their game-winning service is always a slam dunk.
Kid Girls basketball coach Dan Vargason here on the McAtee Tire Coaches Show at Atlantic. And it's St. Albert, a big night here tonight. A lot going on with these two teams squaring off and a girl-boy doubleheader, and then also a lot of other activities, Coach. And, hey, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. I want to start off talking about Pink Out. The players are donned in their Pink Out uniforms, and talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, we're having our Pink Out tonight, as well, senior night. Moved the Pink Out up a little bit due to our last game getting moved to Wells Fargo. We wanted to make sure we get our Pink Out game in, raise some funds. Every year we raise the money for charity of some sort. This year back for Stephanie Kelly, teacher here in Atlantic, and her daughter's on our team for basketball this year. And just raise some money fighting breast cancer, and want to help the family out because obviously that's the last thing you need to be worrying about when you're in a battle with cancer is the financial side. So we just want to do anything we can to help the family out and show some support financially with the pink jerseys, everything. Just let her know we care and that we got her back. So just simple gesture we can do, just have a little bit of a pink out tonight.
Very good. Also, Villa Dance is here, and Amber Gibson will be honored here at halftime. And of course, senior night, Coach. Talk about your seniors.
Yeah, we got 2 senior players and a senior manager. Peyton Harder, obviously, I think we're all aware of the many accomplishments that she's had on the court, all-time leading scorer, rebounder, and top 5 and everything else. Just done a great job being a consistent player on the court for us and leader in the way she plays. And then McKenna Sontag, she's been out the last 2 seasons for us. She doesn't contribute on the stat line, but every day she brings it in practice, and she's one of those kids that every single day she comes and brings maximum effort and works hard in practice. And if she's not there, we don't get things done. So underappreciated in that sense, but she brings it every day and really helps us out. And then Emma Winford, she's one of our managers, and again, just behind-the-scenes person that makes sure things go smooth, runs scoreboard at practice, and helps make sure things are always getting taken care of. So really appreciate the contributions that she brings to all 3 of them. Huge part of our program. We're thankful for everything that they've done for us.
St. Albert 15-1, Trojans 12-5. A really good matchup coming up here, Coach. And this will be the second meeting between you 2 teams. Let's break this one down. How do you look at it here?
Yeah, well, obviously a very talented team. They're ranked number 1 in the state for a reason. They've only got 1 loss, and it was their last game against Carroll, who is a top 12 team in Class 4A. So they're a good basketball program. They've been good for as long as I can recall. So last time we played them was not our best outing. We only made 10 field goals. So anytime you shoot 22% and score 27 points, you're not going to win a lot of basketball games. We also had 23 turnovers, so we lost the turnover margin by 11. Gave them a lot of live ball steals, and they were able to turn those into points. And then, so a mixture of not shooting the ball well and turning the ball over. And credit to them, they played solid defense. And then turn the defense into points. So that's going to be our focus, is not having live ball turnovers. We were only down 3 points at half and ended up losing by over 20 points. So second half, they really turned it up on us. We were down 13 going in the fourth and then lose by 26. So big difference is we've got to be more consistent in the second half. We've got to put the ball in the basket. It's a simple game. And second half of that game, we just couldn't get shots to fall. Got really cold and really lost some composure in that second half against the press.
They don't really have any significant scores, although Ava Underwood leads the team with 14-point average, and then you've got Maura Ryan with the 11.3. Talk about those 2 players that you'll have to identify here.
Yeah, Underwood is a heck of a rebounder. 11 points a game, and 11 rebounds a game to go with her 14 points.
Yeah.
She gets a lot of offensive rebound putbacks. She cleans up the glass really well. When someone has 5 offensive rebounds a game, that's pretty impressive. She gets 2 blocks, 2 steals, so she does a little bit of everything. Just really good athlete, long, similar build to Katrina Williams. So them 2 are going to be fun to watch going back and forth. And again, last time we played, she gave us some fits. She was matched up on Peyton and did a nice job defending her. So we just got to help limit her. She had 15 points on us last time and 10 rebounds and a couple blocks. So she's a good player. She's gonna be all over the place, and we know what she can do. And then Maura Ryan, like you said, she's been a really good 3-point threat for them. She's shooting 36% from the 3-point line, so it gives them that outside threat. But she can also drive, and she can dish the ball. She's over 3 assists a game. Again, she does a little bit of everything with the rebound, steals, assists as well. So handy little player. And then they've got a bunch of other players that are averaging 6. They've got Eleanor Coughlin, Peyton Johnson, Molly Wise that are all about 6 a game. And Lexi Pierce, who she's only played in a couple games. She's a transfer from AL, and she's averaging about 5. And Ellie Monahan's at 5, and Lexi Darrington's at 4. They got a handful at 3. So, I mean, when you got everybody that can score and a couple girls over 30%, with Coughlin at 46% from 3-point line, that gives you some threats as well. So they're just one of those teams that on any given night, someone can step out and start hitting threes. They can get the ball inside to Underwood. They can turn you over, and they can score in transition. So they're just a very dynamic team, and we're going to have to be disciplined.
Very good. Coach, what's it going to come down to here?
We got to take care of the ball. Handling the press. If we can handle the press, we can stay in the game. And then, make shots. Last time we had the opportunities, we got the ball inside. And I think looking back, we missed 12 layups. So if we take those out, that right there, even if we make only half of those, we cut the game from 26 to 12 to 15 points. Take some of those turnovers out. Now you got yourself a single-digit game, and you're right there with them. So take care of the ball, make the easy shots, and give yourself a chance.
And your team has really been playing well. Hey, Coach, thank you so much. Appreciate you, and we'll talk to you later on.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
You bet. Dan Vargason, head coach, Atlantic Trojans. This is the McAtee Tire Coaches Show here on KS 95.7 FM. Starters and First Whitney Bank opening tip-off coming up.
Good coaches know their players' strengths and weaknesses. They watch.
It's time. It's time for Atlantic Trojan basketball on KS 95.7 and live streamed at westerniowatoday.com.
Welcome back to Atlantic. Tom Robinson, Cody Weaver. Our live video stream powered by Nishnanet. The Atlantic in their pink uniforms. It's pink out night tonight for Breast Cancer Awareness Evening. Sent out with the white home uniforms here this evening. And Ellie Monahan, a 5'6 senior. Maura Ryan, a 5'5 sophomore. Molly Wise, 5'11 junior. Peyton Johnson, 5'8 senior. And Aya Underwood, a 6' junior. Start for St. Albert. We'll get the Atlantic starters in a moment. We're underway. The Saints with the basketball. Johnson. Work the ball to Johnson on the right wing. Back out to top to Molly Wise. Wise over to Monahan. The point guard should go to the left wing on the drive. Johnson dumps inside. Shot up. No good by Underwood. Rebound Trojans. Atlantic to the front court. Just underway here in Atlantic. Trojans have the ball top of the circle with McKenna Schrader. Schrader in front of a man-to-man defense and driving inside. Layup no good. Rebound ripped down by Aya Underwood, and then a turnover by St. Albert, the second.
Yeah,
Cody.
That was a great look by Schrader there. Being able to get into the bucket, just not able to finish it, then a throwaway there by St. Albert.
So Atlantic will throw it in. Here they come. Monahan guarding Kirkhoff. Ball top of the circle to Peyton Harder. She'll leave it off right wing to McKenna Schrader. Baseline to Kirkhoff. No score, 1 minute in. Back out top to Schrader. Swings it left to Wiederstein. Baseline left to Harder. Harder averaging 16 a game. Puts it to the floor. Bounce pass to Schrader. She'll attack the rim. Lays it up, and it is no good. And the rebound, Williams for Atlantic. She'll kick out to Kirkhoff. She'll fire up the three. It is no good. And the rebound, Monahan for St. Albert and the Saints. Bring it to the front court. They've had 2 straight turnovers. We'll see what they can do with this possession.
Yeah, and you mean Atlantic's getting nice looks there. They've obviously something they saw on tape, and Schrader, open there on that left side both times, just hasn't been able to get it in yet.
Underwood down low, back out top. Here's Monahan for 3. Got it. Ellie Monahan hits the triple. And the Saints up 3-0 here early. Atlantic with the basketball ahead. And a throw it away, a turnover. Molly Wise with the steal. Back out top to Monahan. Shoving across the timeline. Maura Ryan leads the team in scoring. Ball near side to Peyton Johnson. Johnson back out top to Maura Ryan. And she almost threw it away. Nice save by Monahan on the left side. Back out top to Ryan. She'll inside the paint now. Right baseline for 3. Good. St. Albert off and running. Molly Wise with the triple. 6-0 Saints with the lead. Atlantic with the basketball. And a steal by Monahan. Down low, Johnson layup, no good. Rebound Harder for Atlantic. 6-0 in favor of the Saints. Pass ahead, Trojans numbers here. Williams down low, short jumper, good! Williams gets Atlantic on the board, 6-2 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. 5.5 to go first quarter. Monahan with the basketball, and we've got a whistle, and evidently we've got a clock issue possibly. 6-2 score.
Go ahead.
Just a couple of threes here. Ellie Monahan had a triple, and Molly Wise as the Saints jumped out to a 6-0 lead. And then Williams with the 2 for Atlantic. Cody, go ahead.
There must be something with the St. Albert players. They're talking to the scorekeeper there, and now they're going to talk to Coach Vargason. And
so evidently there's a number issue. And again, I had St. Albert coming up in their road uniforms, and they've got the even numbers here. So we'll see what we're going to do here. We've got, there's going to be a technical foul against St. Albert. Evidently, there's an issue on the scorer's book. We're a ways away from that, so.
It looks like Harder's going to go to the free throw line there for Atlantic.
Harder will shoot free throws. It'll be a technical foul. Again, the starters, Ellie Monahan, a 5'6 senior. For St. Albert, Moore Ryan, a 5'5 sophomore. Molly Wise, a 5'11 junior. Peyton Johnson, 5'8 senior. And Aya Underwood, a 6-foot junior at that post spot for St. Albert. For Atlantic, McKenna Schrader, a 5'5 junior. Zoe Kirchhoff, a 5'5 junior. Lila Wiederstein, a 5'6 junior. Peyton Harder, a 5'11 senior. And Katrina Williams, a 5'11 junior starters for the Trojans. Our tip-off is brought to you by the First Whitney Bank, a local bank and the only bank you'll ever need, First Whitney Bank. Also brought to you by Cass Health, the Neighbors Caring for Neighbors, an Outfitters Plus outlet store, your home for personalized sports apparel in Atlantic. And the Super Bowl. Grab the gang and head to the Super Bowl for Glow Bowling every Friday and Saturday night. Switta, safe, reliable Switta for all your transportation needs. And Stein Seed. The Stein has yield. To contact Darren Petty, your local Stein representative. So they're trying to get the scorebook figured out here. And as they do, I think we're getting close. Yeah, we are, Cody. Now we're going to have Peyton Harder shoot the technical foul. Evidently, there's an error in the scorebook. St. Albert up 6-2 with 5:26 to go. Our live video stream powered by Nishtanet. So Peyton Harder will shoot. Free throws for Atlantic, down by, and they're going to take away a point. Now it's 5-2. So in the meantime, not sure why they took away the point.
I'm not sure. You know, they did have two 3-point shots there,
Yeah.
but maybe the person that shot it wasn't eligible or something like that. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So 3-6 there, Harder with that second free throw in, and
5-3, Saints with a 2-point lead, and not. We'll try to get caught up on that here a little bit later on. Atlantic with a basketball. They can tie it with a field goal or go ahead with a long bomb here. Harder inside to Williams. A dangerous pass and a steal by Ryan for the Saints. She'll bring it across the timeline for St. Albert. To Monahan, high and right inside. Pass goes to Underwood. Left side, Ryan out top. Monahan, she'll fire the three off the heel. Rebound, Wiederstein out of bounds. It'll be St. Albert's basketball. Lila right there, battling for the board. 5:01 to go, first quarter. The Seed Pro scoreboard, 5-3. Saints with the lead. The inbounds pass forthcoming. Monahan will throw it in. Inside to Underwood. It ricochets off a Trojan. It'll be St. Albert's basketball. Amber Gibson will be awarded and recognized here at halftime, by the way. Villa Dance is also here tonight, and it's Pink Out Night, Breast Cancer Awareness Week. Underwood has got an issue, and she's going to be coming out of the game. Looks like a finger. Possibly dislocated finger, so Underwood will be going out. And we still have a stoppage of play here. And a technical foul early, something with the book.
and I think they're actually looking for a doctor maybe now. And you know, one of the concerns, you know, was the turnovers, and you know, we've had a few turnovers. I'm going to get Laura Hickman here from the CCMH.
So coming in the game will be Lexi Darrington for Underwood, and that's a key loss, Cody, for St. Albert. They evidently a dislocated finger. If they could get it straightened out, maybe taped up, and she might be back. Who knows?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, you would think, whether it's your shooting hand, you would think it would affect that a little bit. But talk a little bit about, I was talking about the turnovers, and you know, we've had a struggle getting the ball in. A couple turnovers there.
St. Albert with the basketball out top to Monahan. Swings it left. Johnson fires it high, arcing three. No good. Williams rebound for Atlantic. Coaches can tie it up here, take the lead. 4:40 to go, first quarter. Kirchhoff across the half-court line for Atlantic, top of the circle. Bounce pass. McKenna Schrader. Right wing, back out to Harder. Top of the circle, Wiederstein swings it left to Kirchhoff. Lewis St. Albert in a man-to-man defense. Harder bounce pass Schrader. Schrader on the bounce off the screen, pulls up the free throw line and fires. It's going to be short. And Monahan retrieves the ball for St. Albert. The Saints bring it to the front court. 5-3 St. Albert, low scoring first quarter. Ryan fires baseline to Wise. They'll kick it over to Darrington now in for Underwood. Johnson. Peyton Johnson driving baseline into Darrington. Hook shot is good. A wild shot by Darrington.
That pass was pretty wild, but a nice hook shot there by Darrington.
7-3, Saints with the lead over Atlantic. Trojans against the pressure, trying to get the ball. Almost a steal by Ryan. Kirchhoff gets it back, and Coach Vargason calling a timeout. 3:46 on the clock, first quarter. We're back in 30 seconds.
When it's time to think about Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlanta.
Welcome back to Atlantic, a 7-3 Saints. Atlantic's basketball. They'll take it out of the backcourt underneath the basket. Wiederstein barely gets it in before the 5-second count to Schrader. Schrader throws it away, gets it back. Now ahead to Williams, and she is fouled by Darrington, going for the steal. And that's the first foul here in the first quarter. Atlantic will inbound from the near sideline. 7-3 Saints with the lead. And checking in for St. Albert, Alexa Lenz. Also coming in for the Saints will be Eleanor Coughlin.
Yeah, it looks like Schrader going off the bloody nose, so we're going to keep the hospital
we're
staff
having
busy here.
Quite a start to the game. Peyton McLaren is in for Schrader. Kirchhoff top of the circle for Atlantic. Pass right side of Wiederstein. She'll hold the ball now on the dribble. Baseline and almost throws it away. Williams able to save it. Back to Wiederstein, top of the circle, McLaren. Peyton McLaren swings it left. Kirchhoff on the baseline drive. Reverse layup blocked inside. And the Saints get the ball back. A good block in there by Lenz. Lenz back right side. Ryan with it. More Ryan. Saints inside the paint. Here's a short J on the way. No good by Lenz. Rebound comes off of Atlantic. It's going to be St. Albert's ball.
Yeah, Williams almost tipped that, then Wiederstein went after it, tossed it back in right off the fingertips there.
So Coughlin is in. Ryan takes the inbounds pass. Atlantic in the 1-2-2 zone defense. Molly Wise with it, back out top to Ryan. Ryan with it on the drive. Cut. Nice defense by Atlantic. They got the help defense on that left lane. The steal by Harder. Pass ahead of McLaren. Here comes Atlantic to the front. Down 7-3. Left wing Wiederstein. Back out top to Kirchhoff. 2:37 to go first quarter. Right side of Peyton McLaren on the drive. Couple of dribbles. Now gives it up inside to Harder. She'll attack. Layup no good. Harder can't get the rebound. Poked out to Molly Wise. On the move is Ryan. More Ryan with it high and left. Back out top. They work left wing to Lenz. Coughlin will take the pass on the left side of the key. On the dribble back inside. Here's Darrington. Shot up no good. A foul called on Atlantic. It's going to be a two-shot foul.
That was a really nice toss, quick toss right there in the paint. And she was open there in the middle. Had Williams and Harder both in there kind of protecting the hoop, but she was open in the paint there.
Darrington, just a 25% free throw shooter. She's 4 of 16 on the year, and the first of 2 is no good. Got a little help from the Atlantic Trojan student section. They're alive tonight, huh? Second
hear that even with my headset.
2:11 to go first quarter. Darrington's second free throw is in the air, and it is no good. She missed them both. Harder rebound for Atlantic. Here come the Trojans. Scoring limited here in the first quarter. 7-3 St. Albert. Kirchhoff high and left. A couple of teams that can play defense. Down with a Harder layup good.
That was what you want to see there, wide open on the inside.
Great look by Kirchhoff. Assist. Harder with a bucket. Atlantic pulls within 2, 7-5 here in the first quarter of the Seed Pro scoreboard. Ryan on the dribble to Darrington. Darrington back out top. Coughlin. She'll hold the ball now. Swings it left. Ryan on the move. Back left side. Coughlin. She'll attack. And we have a whistle foul called on Atlantic. She got the pass near side to Kirsten Piskorski. Now the lineup for St. Albert. 1:36 to go first quarter. 7-5. St. Albert by a pair, and McKenna Schrader, who had that bloody nose, will check back in for Lila Wiederstein. And Ryan will throw it in for St. Albert. 1:36 on the clock, first quarter, pass way out top. Near side, Darrington looks for a give and a go, and a steal by Harder, poked to Kirchhoff, Atlantic's possession. 1:28 to go, first quarter. Kirchhoff having trouble with it, gets it over to McLaren. Good defense by St. Albert. They are in your grill, man to man, in your face. Out top to Schrader. Schrader on the dribble, guarded by Coughlin at the top of the circle. Coughlin called for reach in.
Yeah, and they need to do that because she was.
Broadcast brought to you in part by Hy-Vee, Bakery, Deli, Grocery, Meat Department, and Pharmacy. Always there for you. Your Atlantic Hy-Vee. Atlantic will inbounds with 1:12 left, first quarter. Score 7-5, St. Albert on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Inbounds to Kirchhoff in the backcourt. Kirchhoff will bring it across the timeline. Bounce pass to Harder, right side to Schrader, off the screen. Give it a go to Harder, she threw it away. And it's picked off, and on the drive is Piskorski. Darrington left baseline, inside the layup by Lenz. Good! Lenz got the 2 for St. Albert. It's 9-5 as Saints in the first quarter, under a minute to go. And the Trojans throw it away, and that's just pressure right there.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, they were talking about I guess the first half of the game over there versus the second half, and the pressure. Atlantic, with a bunch of turnovers, and they were able to capitalize and make some nice scores out of that.
Lenz will throw it in for the baseline, left side, front court for St. Albert. To Monahan, out top to Ryan. Left side pass to Lenz. Lenz pull up. Jay blocked by Williams. Snagged by Harder. Atlantic to the front court. 35 seconds to go, first quarter. Out top to Schrader. 9-5 St. Albert. Schrader guarded out top closely, and a steal by Ryan. And we've got a foul called on Schrader. And that's just 2 on Atlantic, 3 on St. Albert here in the first quarter. So the Saints will throw it into the far sideline with 26 seconds to go in this first stanza. Lexi Pierce will check in. Underwood is back. I think we knew it. We talked about that. Underwood must have dislocated her finger. She's got it straightened out, and she's back in. She takes the pass on the left wing. It looks like it's going to be her non-shooting hand, Cody. Lenz out top. Monahan, 14-13 to go in the first quarter. St. Albert going for 1 here, down to 10. They'll move the ball right side to Ryan. 8 seconds, 7. Ryan drives and loses the handle. Ball steal by Williams. 4 seconds, 3. Atlantic's got a chance to score here. And Kirchhoff is called for traveling. Oh, boy. 9-5. Saints by 4 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. The inbounds pass to Ryan for 3 at the buzzer. No good. And not a pretty quarter. 9-5. Saints by 4. We're back in a minute.
It's all about...
First Winnie Bank is the longest standing locally owned bank in Atlantic, and as such, we take pride in how we serve our community. For generations, we have been involved with our customers and their families by getting involved in community events and by supporting technology and teaching financial literacy in our schools. You'll also see our support of athletics on the scoreboards at home events. It's this involvement that allows us to know our customers and their families for generations. First Winnie Bank.
Have you ever heard the saying, people spend their life building wealth and neglecting their health, only to wish they could trade their wealth for better health at the end? This is Dr. Fritz Beyer, and it has now been over 30 years since my first chiropractic adjustment. I still get asked, do you get adjusted? Absolutely. I try to get adjusted at least once a month. I'm 47 now and still try to stay as active as ever. While I do get a few more aches and pains than when I was younger, it feels great to be able to step on the mat and help kids learning to wrestle. Chiropractic has helped me feel young enough to do it. If staying active is part of your future plans, call 254-BODY to get your body back to the basics.
Now, back to Atlantic Trojan basketball on KS 95.7 and live streamed at westerniowatoday.com.
Welcome back to Atlantic. Tom Robinson, Cody Weaver here on 95.7 FM and your live video stream, westerniowatoday.com, powered by Nishnanet. Atlantic will come out with Schrader, Kirchhoff, Wiederstein, Williams, and Harder. And for St. Albert, looks like their starters will be back in. Well, with the exception, no, not the case. It's We're going to see Coughlin in there to start the second stanza. Molly Wise is in. Monahan. Johnson underneath. Underwood is back in after she went with a dislocated finger. That's what it appeared to be, Cody. And inbounds Wiederstein for Atlantic. Here's the break by Kirchhoff on the backcourt, guarded closely by Monahan across the timeline. Kirchhoff skip pass to Wiederstein, right wing. Wiederstein on the dribble, pulls up and gets it down low, Harder. And it slews away. Turnover Atlantic. Good look. It went right between Harder's legs. So the Trojans will be back on defense, but a 1-2-2 full court zone. Coughlin with the ball on the left wing for St. Albert against that pressure. Back near side to Monahan, top of the circle. She'll run the offense. Atlantic in a 1-2-2 zone, half court. Johnson left wing on the bounce to the top. Swings it left, Coughlin again. She's on that left side of the key. Skip pass, Molly Wise for three. Too strong. Rebound comes off to Williams. Tipped to her by Harder. And Atlantic will bring it to the front court. Bounce pass to Schrader. Across the timeline. Schrader got it by Coughlin. Top of the circle. Bounce pass right side of Wiederstein. Now to Kirchhoff at the top. Swing left Harder. Harder with 3 points. Atlantic with 5 points here in the game as all Williams has the other 2. Harder, left baseline, Kirchhoff for Atlantic. Back out to Wiederstein. She'll pull up and lob to Harder. Back out top. 7-second shot clock. Kirchhoff left wing on the drive. She'll push it up at 3 on the shot clock. No good, but the rebound goes out of bounds. And it's going to be Atlantic's basketball with 6:45 to play second quarter.
Yeah, and I mean, St. Albert's is honestly doing a really good job in your face defense. They're trying to intercept those passes, and that was just throw the shot up, and hope the best there. Not a lot of wide open shots.
Atlantic with the ball in the inbounds. Here's Kirchhoff right baseline. She'll skip past left side of Wiederstein. Lila driving. Cut off by Johnson to Williams. Shot up and no good. Rebound Underwood for St. Albert. They'll bring it to the front court. Under 6.5 to go first half. Still 9-5 St. Albert. It's been a tough defensive battle here early on. Both teams play tremendous defense. Pressure defense. Atlantic a little bit different with that hallmark 1-2-2 zone. Saints have the ball in the front court. Monahan lobs it out top to Coughlin. Back near side to Monahan. She'll swing it right baseline. Molly Wise into Underwood. Foul called on Wiederstein. First foul in the second quarter. I believe the first on Lila Wiederstein. With 6:04 to go, second stanza.
Atlantic's had their chances kind of on the offensive side, too. They had a couple open layups there in the first quarter. That pass right there to Williams was a nice pass. A quick open shot, close shot there. Just bucket must be closed on that end right now.
Atlantic with the basketball. Or set out with the basketball back out top to Molly Wise. To Johnson. Dribble drive. Baseline wide open. Ryan for 3. Got it. Molly Ryan with her first points of the game. And it's a 12-5 as St. Albert lead. St. Albert comes in at 15-1. Their only loss was the latest to Carroll High. They lost by 1. Atlantic 12-5. They won 6 of the last 8 here after Christmas break. Two teams have played great D. Here's Wiederstein into Harder. Good pass. Layup up and no good. A block by Underwood. They'll kick it out to Monahan, the top of the circle. Bounce pass. Molly Wise into Underwood. Wide open Johnson, but Wiederstein with a great job of jumping the passing route and knocks out of bounds.
Yeah, and we've seen that time and time again this year. Wiederstein is really good, really quick on those passes and able to a lot of times, turn it over. But
St. Albert's inbounds pass out top to Ryan. Down baseline. Here's Johnson for 3. Good. Johnson hit the triple. The coach, Dan Vargason, wants a timeout. 15-5 as St. Albert on a 6-0 run. We're back after this.
At 2nd Street Auto, it's our mission to get you back on the road fast. And it all starts with free local towing. Want your back at the shop? We talk you through your car repair with a free and fair estimate. We do everything in-house so you know who's working on your car. Our Hercules tires come with free road hazard repair, free rotation for the life of the tires, and a free alignment check. And nobody can beat our transmission rebuild and repair experts. Brakes, tune-ups, oil changes, preventative maintenance, and service work make 2nd Street your first stop.
Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital. and we are proud of the awards and all of our recent accomplishments. But do you know what drives us to be the very best? You. We're passionate about helping our patients heal and feel their very best at any age and any stage of life. Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
Now, back to Atlantic Trojan basketball on KS 95.7.
Welcome back to Atlantic, and Tom Robbins alongside Cody Weaver. Our live video stream powered by Nishna Net. 5:60 to go first half. Atlantic's ball. Trojan gets that full court man-to-man press. Kirchhoff on the dribble, guarded by Molly Wise. She'll get across the timeline. Back out top. Schrader on the move. Baseline Harder. She'll fire up a three. No good. Rebound Johnson. For St. Albert, the Saints will bring it to the front court. Under 5 to go in the first half. Atlantic playing good defense as well, Cody. They're right in the grill just like St. Albert.
Yeah, they are.
Baseline, Peyton Johnson. Ryan Underwood, and poked away by Williams. Harder with it. Atlantic will bring it to the front court. 4:39 to go second quarter. Kirchhoff guarded out top by Lenz. Lopes it into Harder. Ball loose. Stolen by the Saints. And McKenna Schrader almost got the steal back. Then Lenz gets it. One's right over Williams. A player control foul.
And that was a great job by Williams, knowing what was going to happen there and getting her feet set.
So Atlantic will have the basketball. They'll inbounds. 15-5. The Saints on a 6-0 run here with 4:26 to go in the second quarter. Atlantic has not scored here in the second stanza. Here's the pass into Schrader and the turnover. It's just pressure defense. You got to give St. Albert a lot of credit. Checking in is Coughlin. Lenz will throw it in. Coach Wettengel goes fairly deep into his bench here in this first half. Lenz out top to Mora. Ryan, who's been held down at just 3. They'll go baseline to Coughlin back out top. Ryan inside Darrington. Lenz with it on the dribble. Kick it out top. Off the left wing, driving in, kicks it left. Darrington, a short J at the baseline, no good. Rebound Harder for Atlantic. Stolen by Underwood, put back is good. 17-5, Underwood just tapped it away. Her first 2 of the game. 12-point lead for the Saints. Bounce pass ahead to Harder, 3:50 to go in this first half. 17-5, Saints by a dozen. Schrader top of the circle. Taxon, give it a go and throws it away again. Darrington steal, then throws it ahead to Mara Ryan, but she wasn't looking. Atlantic gets the ball back. Schrader, bounce pass to Wiederstein. Baseline to Harder on the right side. They'll send Harder baseline drive on Underwood. We got a whistle, and we got a player control foul with the elbow on Peyton Harder. So we'll exchange the player control fouls, and the Saints get the ball back left to right with 3:28 to go second quarter. And a 17-5 advantage. Monahan back in. Lenz will come out for the Saints. Ellie Monahan will throw it in for the baseline to Lankin, a full court 1-2-2 zone press. Coughlin takes the trigger. Now back ahead, Monahan. She'll clear the half-court line on the bounce. Bounce pass to Underwood. Has trouble handling the ball. Regathers the ball. Now she's going to throw it deep, and it is over and back. She stepped to the line. Great call by the official. He was right there.
He was right there at the corner and saw that for sure.
Atlantic gets the ball back with 3:15 to go here in the first half. 17-5 St. Albert. Atlantic has not scored in this quarter. Zoe Kirchhoff, reverse dribble, brings it back to the front court. Schrader, top of the circle. 27 the shot clock. They have plenty of time to get a good shot off. Harder, top of the circle. High and right to Schrader. She'll launch a 3. God, boy, Atlantic needed that one.
Definitely.
17-8 to Schrader with a 3 ball.
And that was a deep one.
Oh, that was a high arcing rainbow that splashed in for a triple for Atlantic. Their first score in the second quarter. Saints in the front. Coughlin top of the circle. Swings it right. Ryan for 3. Answered. Her second triple, 20-8 St. Albert. Trojans basketball. They've done a pretty good job against that full court man press. They clear the half court line. Schrader on the drive, layup, no. Williams rebound, put back. God! inside. If she's fouled, she'll get the and one.
And the inbounding is almost more difficult, than the defense coming down the court.
And I think they forced a couple of turnovers with that pressure on the inbounds. 20-10. Saints with a 10-point lead, and Williams with the and one can cut it to single digits here with 2:17 to go second quarter, and she does. 5 for Williams. 20-11. Saints with the basketball, 2:14 to go second quarter. Atlantic Saints each with 2 fouls. Coughlin baseline drive, and a foul called on Williams. 2:05 to go second quarter. Saints with 4 threes here. We thought they had 5, but they took one away from Ellie Monahan. Moore Ryan with 2 threes, Molly Wise with 1. Paige Johnson with a triple. Atlantic has 1 3, and that's Schrader. Here's the inbounds from the baseline for St. Albert out top. For 3, Molly Wise, no, off the heel. Rebound Schrader for Atlantic with 2 minutes to play second quarter. Turnover, Coughlin steal, Coughlin layup, Coughlin makes it.
Yeah, and I think that might have been the difference, in the fourth quarter over there. They had a lot of that stuff going on. And
Atlantic in the front, Williams down low, head fake shot blocked by Underwood. Foul's going to be called on Underwood. So Ava Underwood, I think, with her first foul. With 1:44 to go first half, 22-11 in favor of.
That'll be Underwood's second foul.
Thanks,
there.
Cody. Williams' second attempted free throws, and she missed it. Williams 1 for 3 here this evening. Normally a 60% free throw shooter, 39 of 65 coming in. And she's 1 for 3, 22-11 St. Albert. Here's the second free throw, and it rims out. Rebound. Comes off to the Saints. Front court possession. Maura Ryan with it. Pass ahead to Ellie Monahan. 1.5 minutes to go second quarter. Leaves it off for Coughlin. Back out top. Molly Wise to Monahan. Atlantic in that zone defense. Kicks it right. Maura Ryan with it. Top of the circle. Driving. Lays it up, and it is no good. Rebound Williams for Atlantic. Good job by Katrina Williams to kick out to Kirchhoff, and she'll bring it across the timeline for the Trojans. Baseline to Schrader. 1:10 to go in the first half. McLaren in the ball game. Stops, pops from the elbow. Missed the shot. Williams rebound. Inside to McLaren. Back out to Schrader. She'll swing it right to McLaren. Under 1 minute to go second quarter. 22-11. Pass it to Williams. Shot up and good. Williams with 7. 22-13 Saints. 44 seconds to go first half. A pass ahead to Piskorski back in the game. She came off the bench early. And Piskorski wears number 10 back in there. Molly Wise give it a go inside to Monahan. Back out top to Maura Ryan. She'll drive. Runner up. No. Rebound hard to Williams. 24 seconds to go first half. Kirchhoff with the bounce. Ahead to Schrader. 19 to go in the first half. Atlantic down by 9 to St. Albert, the number 1 ranked team in 1A. McLaren high and left. 12 seconds to go. Loop pass to Harder. Layup. Good. What a look by Williams.
That was a great pass by Williams there.
2 seconds. 3 by Wise. No. And Atlantic on a good run. Late second quarter. And they pull within 7. 22-15. We're back. Right after this, our halftime sponsor is Olson's BP and Olson's Fuel in your home for the great Godfather's Pizza.
At Outfitters Plus in Atlantic, you'll find all the latest in custom apparel and headwear. Head to Outfitters and work with the design pros to make your customized tees, team apparel, and personalized swag for your business a reality. Whether it's fan apparel for your high school or youth sports teams, your business, or you just want to make something your own, you'll have everyone saying, "Where'd you get that?" Don't forget, Outfitters will also add your group store online to make ordering a breeze. Get personalized at Outfitters Plus Outlet Store in Atlantic. Stop by today.
Villa Dance in town, and what a talented group of young ladies here as they're back. They were here for the wrestling meet here last Thursday, Cody.
Speaking of wrestling, we do Cadence Kinsey. They're at 115 pounds. She's into the semifinal.
Okay.
Or she's into the finals. Excuse me.
And go ahead, Cody, before we get to that first half roundup, what are you seeing now? We know we had 3 of the Atlantic girl wrestlers that were in the semis.
Yeah, they're wrestling on that front side, the semifinals there, and they're not up to 155 yet, so no other updates from the girls there in Central Decatur trying to qualify for state there in 1A.
Let's take a look at the first quarter here. Saints came out on a 5-0 run. Actually had 2 threes, but Ellie Monahan had one taken away, and she ended up with the 2 first half points, but it went 9-5 now. But it was a crazy start. Right away, a buzzer rang, and we had a technical foul, something to do with the book and a player. And so then Peyton Harder went to the free throw line and hit 1 of 2. Atlantic trailed 2-0 early, 5-0 early. Then they got on the board 5-2, 7-3, 7-5, and 9-5. Was the score after 1 quarter of play. Then the Saints really took off. They held Atlantic scoreless for the first 3.5, 4 minutes of that second quarter, and they opened up a 12-point lead, 17-8. But Atlantic able to finish with 5 straight. They were down 22-11, and they scored a little mini run of 4-0 to make it a 22-15 score here at the halftime break. Looking at the scoring, and we'll start with Atlantic. McKenna Schrader hit a big 3. It was a much needed 3-point shot. Peyton Harder with 5 points. And Katrina Williams leads the team with 7. And again, St. Albert playing tough defense, and so is Atlantic. And the Trojans really playing an intense 1-2-2 zone half court. In fact, they put on a full court zone defense as well. Moore Ryan leads the Falcons with 6 here after 1 quarter. Ryan averaging 11 points a game. With 3 points, Molly Wise and Peyton Johnson got a triple as well in that first half. 4 threes for the Saints. Ava Underwood with 2. Lexi Darrington with a pair. Eleanor Coughlin with 2. And Alexa Lentz with 2. So it's Ryan with 6 points. 3 each for Molly Wise and Peyton Johnson. And 2 for Ellie Monahan, Ava Underwood, Lexi Darrington, Eleanor Coughlin, and Alexa Lynch, all with 2 points here in the first half for the St. Albert Saints. It's pink out night here in Atlantic. Senior night as well for the girls team anyway. They'll honor 3 seniors and 1 senior manager here. I believe between games is when we'll see that here this evening. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. We're back with more halftime right after these.
The Super Bowl in Atlantic is a great place to have your next celebration. Birthday parties, family outings, date nights, or just hanging out with friends. The Super Bowl is the place to be. With Glow Bowling on Friday and Saturday nights, and ramps and bumpers for the kids, anyone can have a blast at the Super Bowl. Call Dan today at 243-4656 to reserve your lane and get ready for fun.
Gas prices got you down? Need a ride to work or the grocery store? There's public transportation for everyone in Southwest Iowa. SWITA offers taxi service in Atlantic, Glenwood, Harlan, Missouri Valley, Red Oak, and Shenandoah. $2.50 each way, or $2 for seniors 60 years and older. Just call 1-800-842-8065 or visit swita.com to schedule your ride.
Stein delivers more new genetics faster. Our focus on delivering higher yielding genetics faster than the competition is why we have released more new Enlist E3 lines in the past 5 years than any other seed company. For elite genetics paired with simple, flexible, and effective weed control, plant Stein Enlist E3 soybeans. Stein has yield. 45 years of yield. Learn more at steinseed.com.
Hey there, this is Tanner from your Atlantic IV. and I've got some exciting news to share. Thanks to your feedback, we're currently rated the friendliest Hy-Vee in the entire company. That's a huge honor, and on behalf of the whole team, thank you to everyone who's taken time to share their thoughts. Did you know you can leave feedback too? Just check the link on the bottom of your Hy-Vee receipt or in your email after a purchase. Whether it's a compliment or constructive criticism, I love reading our surveys and making sure we're always improving. And as always, thank you for shopping your Atlantic Hy-Vee.
95.7 and live streamed at westerniowatoday.com.
Welcome back to Atlantic. First of two here tonight. Villa Dance entertaining a large crowd here at halftime of the between games. Atlantic Assistant Administrator Amber Gibson will be honored and recognized for being named the Assistant Administrator of the Year for her nomination by Atlantic Activities Director Mr. Andy Mitchell, and she was notified in November that she won that award. It's the Iowa High School Athletic Directors Association are the ones that select this, and so she'll be awarded and honored here at between games here this evening. 22-15 our score here at halftime. Maura Ryan with 6 points. Molly Wise with 3. Peyton Johnson 3 points. And 2 for Ellie Monahan. Ava Underwood with 2. Lexi Darrington with a pair. Eleanor Coffin 2. And Alexa Lenz with a pair. Atlantic led in scoring by Katrina Williams with 7. Peyton Harder with 5. And McKenna Schrader with 3 points. And of course, we're watching the regional wrestling tournament over in Leon down in Central Decatur, Cody.
At 115 pounds, again, Cadence Kinsey, she's into the finals with a 7-4 decision. At 130 pounds, it was Huffman lost by fall in 253, so her tournament will be completed. But at 140 pounds, just sophomore Canoes, she had a 6-5 decision. She worked her way. She's working her way into the she is into the semis on the backside, still battling there. Kind of a first-year wrestler, but obviously a lot of grit and fight to her. And no results here at 155 or 235 yet.
Now, as far as Haley Armstrong, 32-2, ranked high at 235. She really has not wrestled yet. She was the number 1 seed, right? And where's she at?
She's got buys all the way to the semis, so she will that'll be her first match here in the semifinals. She comes in as the number 1 seed, a 32-2 record.
To recap, the 4 Trojan wrestlers, correct? Maybe still alive here out of the 5.
Yeah, at 100, we got 3 in the semis at 115 pounds, which would be Cadence Kinsey, 155, Leah Thomas, freshman, and then junior Haley Armstrong. Those 3 in the semis, and on the backside, we've got Knuth, sophomore there at 140 pounds. She's in the semis on the backside, so she will face the loser there on the front side in the semis. Will come back and face her to be able to wrestle back for a third, maybe a chance at a true second.
Very good, Coach Grieving, with those girls down in Leon. And I know we talked about it was a bunch of teams, and you read them off in our first report there at 4:50 this afternoon. Really, they're not familiar with any of those kids down there.
No, they're 19 teams. Like I said, 19 teams, and Atlantic so far I think is competing well, and Coach Grieving would be happy.
We'll take a 2-minute break. We're at halftime. St. Albert 22, Atlantic 15 in a girls game. It's a girl-boy doubleheader here tonight. We're back right after these.
When you're on the go, it's all about convenience. Add fantastic food, beverages, plus BP superior fuels, and you have Olson's BP in Atlantic. From sunup to sundown, we're the Keep You Going store. From our loaded breakfast burritos and Bunker Dunker donuts to our delicious Champs chicken and pizza to go, we have the food you crave. Don't forget the cold beer in the beer cave. Stop in and fill her up. There's always something you need at Olson's BP, the Keep You Going store, 2nd and Locust in Atlantic.
At Rolling Hills Bank and Trust, we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We've been dedicated to our communities for over 35 years. From real estate and ag loans to personal and commercial banking, we offer a full range of financial services tailored to meet your needs. We believe in giving back and being involved in the communities we serve. Stop into one of our 12 convenient locations or visit us at rollinghillsbank.com.
Get ready for a fresh start at Greg Young Atlantic. Our Greg Young Fresh Start program helps you hit the road with confidence, overcome credit challenges with personalized financing, and a wide selection of great vehicles. Visit us today to find your brand new Chevy, GMC, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, or Ram, or check out our huge pre-owned selection at GregYoungAtlantic.com and GregYoungCDJRAtlantic.com. And to apply. Don't miss out on this incredible offer. Here at Greg Young, we go the extra mile for you.
Oak Point Wealth Management is making important changes to better serve you. Wealth Manager Aaron Friend is proud to announce that Oak Point Wealth has partnered with LPL Financial, providing comprehensive tools and resources to support your financial goals. Aaron remains committed to serving Southwest Iowa with personalized service backed by LPL's dynamic technology and investment platform.
I'm excited to embrace independence and keep my focus on what matters most, my clients' best interests.
Visit www.oakpointwealth.com, 712-207-3521 to learn more about how Oak Point Wealth Management can help you pursue your financial goals.
On KS 95.7 and live streamed at westerniowatoday.com.
Welcome back to Atlantic. We're at halftime. Entertained by Bella Dance. Appreciate them. 22-15 our score here at the halftime break. St. Albert with the lead. They led 9-5 after one quarter. And they went on a run. They led 5-0 early. And the Trojans able to get a bucket or two and kind of crawled back in, trailed 7-5, and then the Saints end up on a 4-0 run to end the first quarter 9-5. Atlantic, they didn't score for 3 or 4 minutes in that second quarter, so now with that great defense, but then Schrader hit the three, and that just kind of got Atlantic back at the rim, Cody.
Yeah, I thought offensively they did okay. They were able to, do some passing, and they had a couple open shots there. They just weren't able to capitalize on those, and you just need to continue to work on that. And again, St. Albert's defense on the inbound throws as well as coming down the court, they kind of backed off towards the end of that first half, but their inbounds created some turnover issues for Atlantic there, and they were able to capitalize some quick scores off that.
You bet. We're at halftime, 22-15 in favor of the Saints. Again, the scoring. Maura Ryan was 6 points, 3 each for Molly Wise and Peyton Johnson, and 2 for Ellie Monahan, Ava Underwood, Lexi Darrington, Eleanor Coughlin, and Alexa Lenz. Atlantic led in scoring by Katrina Williams with 7. Peyton Harder has 5, and McKenna Schrader with a 3 ball. As we mentioned, that was kind of the big shot there in that second quarter. We'll take another 1-minute break. We're back with the second half right after these.
Good coaches know their players' strengths and weaknesses. They watch, evaluate, and come up with a game plan to make their team better. Like a good coach, when you bring your vehicle to McAdee Tire, they listen to your concerns and give clear explanations on how they can help. They come up with a game plan to get your vehicle performing at its best. From tires to oil changes, brakes, engine repair, and more, McAdee Tire can assist in all your vehicle needs and help you feel prepared for all the competitions ahead. McAdee Tire and Service, where their game-winning service is always a slam dunk.
Just when you think he's Mr. Perfect, he wakes up and proves me wrong. You can't charge a junk battery. Look here, mister. Replace it. I called Atlantic Egg and Auto, gave them make and model, and they have a new battery waiting at the counter. Go. Go now. Here's a Mr. Pibb and peanut M&Ms to tide you over so you don't have to make any stops. Atlantic and Audubon Egg and Auto, your only locally owned CarQuest retail stores. Your go-to for batteries, parts, and sometimes fixing relationship and his hunger problems.
Welcome back to Atlantic halftime. The St. Albert girls leading 22-15. The boys game will be coming up here in just a little bit after this one as well. The Saints are 15-1. They suffered their first loss of the season at Carroll High, most recently by 1 point. And St. Albert ranked number 1 in class on 1A. Atlantic at 12-5 have a terrific season as well. They're 7-2 at home and a 5-3 away. And Atlantic has won 6 of their last 8 games since that Christmas break, and fell short to Shenandoah and Harlan. Their only 2 losses. Beat Creston on Tuesday night, and really playing well. I think for the most part against that full court man-to-man, Atlantic's handled it pretty well. Yeah, they've been able to get the ball across. St. Albert's is definitely in the face. Not a lot of open shots. In that first quarter, I think it was McKenna Schrader, had some open layups on that left-hand side, weren't able to quite get it.
So, I mean, you're not talking a lot of difference, and it seemed like St. Albert had a lot of threes there in that first half, and that's really the difference in the score.
Well, Atlantic will start with St. Albert will start with the basketball here in the second half. I want to thank Villa Dance for their great entertainment there at halftime. And here we go. Saints with the basketball and a 22-15 lead. They work the ball on the left wing to Ellie Monahan. Now baseline. Monahan, Atlantic comes out of that 1-2-2 zone. Underwood in the paint. Ava driving, bounce pass low, kick right. Johnson, left-handed three-point shot, too strong. Rebound comes off the Lila Wiederstein for Atlantic. And she'll bounce it over to Kirchhoff. 7:39 to go here in this third quarter. Harder takes the pass, right wing, drives inside, layup good. Atlantic draws the first score here in the second half.
And that was a good look, and it wasn't necessarily an easy layup either. She had somebody right there on her backside.
22-17, and Wiederstein with a steal. Here come the Trojans to the front court. Work outside to Pater. Payton hard at the top of the circle. Now to McLaren off the screen, driving left, runner by Schrader up, and it is no good. Ava Underwood with the rebound for the Saints, and she'll get off to Molly Wise, and Wise will bring it pass ahead of Underwood. It's front court, Underwood driving, runner up, no good, short. And the rebound, Wiederstein again for Atlantic. Her kick out to Kirchhoff, she'll bring it across the timeline. Works the ball inside, drives, run off the glass, good! Atlantic on a 4-0 run.
Yeah, and I think you're going to see a timeout here, St. Albert right away, full timeout. So coach not liking that so much.
Atlantic within 3, 22-19 right out of the gate here in the second half. We're back right after these.
At Seed Pros, our mission is to be your business partner every day of every season.
Pioneer Hybrid International was founded in Iowa back in 1926 and is still American today. Not many other seed providers can make that claim.
We partner with you to continually push the limits by combining elite seed genetics, local infield knowledge, along with customer service second to none.
We are with you from the word go. Contact Mark Van Tiger, Gary Dinkla, Nick Knudsen, or John Becker to partner with a team that puts your business needs first.
Help you pursue your financial goals.
Atlantic on a 4-0 run to start the second half, now within 3, 22-19. St. Albert inbounds pass to Monahan. Atlantic on a full court press. She'll lob ahead to Moore. Ryan tapped away by Harder. And Ryan gets it back for St. Albert to pass left wing. Johnson for three. No good. Rebound, Williams Atlantic. Trojan, go ahead, Cody.
I think Johnson, she was pretty hot on those threes in that first half, and it looks like that cooled off a little bit, luckily.
Out top to Schrader for three. Good!
It's a tie game, Tom.
22-22, as Cody says. Schrader with her second triple here in the ball game. Johnson drives, stole by Wiederstein. Back out to Schrader. We're tied at 22. Atlantic on a 7-0 run to start the second half. Schrader drives, runner off the glass. Good! 24.
Another full timeout here.
24-22 Atlantic. A 9-0 run. Timeout called by Coach Wettengel of St. Albert, and we'll take it with them. We're back right after these.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll. With over 100 trailers in stock at 2 locations, we've got the inventory to get you the right trailer at the right price. Come check out our ginormous inventory of H&H trailers built right here in Iowa. Whether it's a dump trailer for construction debris, utility trailer for hauling your side-by-side, or a cargo trailer that you know your friends and family are gonna try to borrow, we have more inventory than anyone around. Olson's Outdoor Power, the clear leader in trailers, with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
Welcome back, and Wiederstein gets a steal on the inbounds. Atlantic on a 9-0 run. They lead by 2 here, early third quarter. Pass into Hart, a steal by Coughlin.
Yeah, and
St. Albert the front court. Coughlin, nice Euro step driving, and she's going to be fouled on the shot. Atlantic up 24-22. They trailed 9-5 after one. 22-15 at the halftime break, and they're up 24-22. Now Coughlin will try to tie the game here. Coughlin off the bench, a 5'5" sophomore, and she makes the first free throw. You're saying, Cody?
Yeah, just a 1-point game here, 24-23. 155 pounds, your freshman Leah Thomas from Atlantic is into the finals now down in Central Decatur.
Thank you, Cody. We're tied at 24 as Coughlin makes both free throws. The Trojans have the basketball, outscoring the Saints 9-2. Kirkhoff, top of the circle, left side to Schrader. She'll fire the three, no good. Rebound comes off to Darrington. St. Albert front court drive on the move inside. A wild shot missed, and the ball tipped to Underwood. Nora Ryan tried that shot in the paint. And the steal by Atlantic. Here's Schrader, bounce past Kirkhoff. Left side layup, no good, but she's fouled. 24-24, the only points for the Saints in the second half. Eleanor Coughlin with 2 free throws. We're down to 4:57 to go second quarter.
Yeah, I mean, and the pressure, is good, obviously. We had it kind of the first half, and having a little bit of pressure on them is good.
Kirkhoff's first of 2 good. Puts Atlantic up by 1, 25-24. Kirkhoff's second free throw coming up here. Trying to put Atlantic up by a pair, and she missed the shot. And the rebound off to the Saints. Atlantic by 1. Baseline, Monahan. She'll toss up a 3. No good. Rebound comes off the Lenz. Out top to Monahan on the dribble. She'll swing it around left side. Now back out top to Lenz. Right side of Coughlin. 4:40 to go third quarter. Atlantic up by 1. 25-24. Skip pass Lenz, right wing. Holds the ball. One bounce cut off by Harder. Good D. We're down to 16 of the shot clock for St. Albert. Monahan top of the circle against that zone. Pass left side of Coughlin on the move. Baseline pass, Monahan drives inside, and she stepped out of bounds. And that was caused by Williams.
Yeah, Williams did a nice job again getting her feet set. Nice and strong body there, and basically caused her to go out of bounds.
4:20 left to go third quarter, 25-24. Atlantic by 1. Here's the throw in by Wiederstein. Gets it into Kirkhoff, back to Wiederstein to Harder. Harder had to Schrader. Atlantic with some numbers here. Schrader cut off. Wiederstein, baseline into Williams. Back out to Schrader. Nearing the 4-minute mark to go third quarter. Atlantic up by 1. 25-24 against the #1 team in Class 1A. Pass out top to Kirkhoff. Kirkhoff holds the ball. We get a whistle away for the basketball. I think it's against Darrington.
Well, I mean, it's been a for me, it's been a very physical game. I mean, St. Albert's is all over your grill there, and it would be frustrating to have that happen. And hey, they just drew the foul there.
Atlantic's Kirkhoff fires, shot missed. Here's Peyton Harder for 3. Good!
And again,
oh, man.
that pressure is good.
28-24, Atlantic by 4 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Harder hits the triple. St. Albert to the front court. They've scored only 2 here in this stanza. Pass low, layup good. Saints get an answer from Lenz. She has 4. 3:25 to go third. Atlantic by 2, 28-26. Trojans basketball, yes. And they turn it over. A key turnover there.
Just a little too much muscle there by Harder there, and she threw it away.
Inbounds Lenz out top to Coughlin. 3:15 to go third quarter. Coughlin top of the circle. Works the ball left side of Monahan. Monahan on the dribble. Bounce pass. Coughlin on the drive. Poked away. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Trojans. 3:05 to go third quarter. 28-26. Atlantic with the 2-point lead on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Second free throw, or second inbounds throwing up here, and it is going to be almost stolen away by Kirkhoff. Saved by Coughlin. She went over and back, and it wasn't called. Go to Monahan. Baseline to Darrington. Darrington loops at baseline. Here's Lenz for 3. No, she got it. What a shot by Lenz. And that was big. And that puts the Saints up 29-28. They regain the lead.
Yeah, and that's
whistle. We got a foul called. And Schrader looks like she could be shaken up there on that contact.
That was a linebacker block there.
Yeah. 2:42 to go here in this third quarter. They'll check on McKenna Schrader. Atlantic jumped out on a 9-0 run here in the third quarter. They were down 22-15. They grabbed the lead at 24-22 on that 9-0 run. Then Saints tied it up at 24-24. Trojans then led 25-24. So now we got the game tied up. And now it's Schrader's up. Now it's 29-28, St. Albert with the lead. And 3 fouls on St. Albert here in the third, 1 on Atlantic. So it's going to be Schrader is going to stay in, I believe.
I think the coaches, St. Albert's going to make her at least come out for a little bit.
Well, still, officials talking to Coach Vargason. We had some confusion early in the game as well. Ava Underwood looks like she dislocated her finger, got it straightened out by a medic. She's back. She's tough. She's back in there, and Schrader's tough as well. She'll be back in. McLaren in for Atlantic after Schrader was shaken up. Atlantic basketball trailing 29-28. McLaren pass ahead to Kirchhoff. She'll clear the half-court line for the Trojans. Back out to Peyton McLaren. Baseline Harder. She'll lob a skip pass over to Wiederstein. Back out top, Kirchhoff. Kirchhoff off the screen from Williams, left wing. Now baseline Wiederstein. Tried to drive baseline, was cut off by Lenz. Now heads downside to Harder. Harder holds the ball back near side of McLaren. McLaren stops and pops. No. Rebound Lenz for St. Albert. We got a foul called on Atlantic. I believe it's going to be on Wiederstein. With 2:12 to go third quarter. 29-28 St. Albert. The Saints will throw it in. Underwood will toss it in for the baseline right side of the basket for the Saints. Atlantic in that 1-2-2 full court press. Pass to Monahan. Near side to Moore Ryan. Back to Monahan. Ryan has been held down. She's averaging 11 points coming in. And she's been held to just 6 points. Pass out top. Monahan. Ellie Monahan will give it off to Underwood at top of the circle. 18 on the shot clock. 1:53 on the game clock in the third. Monahan at the top. Driving, kicking, baseline. And a steal by Williams. Back to Harder. Harder ahead to Kirchhoff on the run across the timeline for Atlantic. She'll work the ball to back out top to Peyton Harder. Harder top of the circle, guarded by Underwood. Back out top to Kirchhoff. Kirchhoff swings it left. Wiederstein with it. Left wing, high post, Harder. Inside Williams. Williams head fake back to Harder. Too far under. Shot up and it blocked out of bounds.
You know, Harder had a nice look and a nice three there earlier this quarter, so it'd be nice to see her maybe take another shot from the outside.
Well, you're exactly right. Underwood's been giving her some space too, Cody. Driving Wiederstein. We've got a foul called on Lenz. And that's 4 on St. Albert here in the third quarter. Still 29-28 Saints with a 1-point lead. Atlantic led at 1 point, 24-22, 25-24. Pass into Harder, back baseline to Kirchhoff. To Harder, high and right. Kirchhoff, top of the circle. Off the screen, Wiederstein left wing, back to Harder, top of the circle. To McLaren, baseline Kirchhoff. Into Williams, and ball knocked away by Underwood. Scooped up by Darrington. Kick out to Monahan and sent out at the front court. Under a minute to go, third quarter. Here's Ryan for three. Good! Whoa, that's big. Moore Ryan got the three for St. Albert. And the Saints go up 32-28. Atlantic back in the front, almost turned it over. Back to Kirchhoff, right wing. Skip pass to Harder. She'll drive baseline. Cut off by Underwood, back to Wiederstein. Into Williams. Williams in traffic, back to Harder. Wiederstein, baseline drive, back across the paint to McLaren. Out to Harder, wide open. Here's your triple. No good. Rebound comes off to St. Albert. Moore Ryan with it. She'll bring it to the front. 18 seconds to go, third quarter. 15 seconds to go, third quarter. Brian Monahan out top to Underwood. 10 seconds to go, third quarter. 32-28 St. Albert. 6 seconds. 3 balls thrown up, no good. Wienerstein rebounds for Atlantic at 3. Across the timeline, fires ahead at 1, and we're through 3. With St. Albert leading 32-28 over Atlantic. The final 8 coming up. We're back in 60 seconds.
First Winnie Bank is the longest standing locally owned bank in Atlantic, and as such, we take pride in how we serve our community. For generations, we have been involved with our customers and their families by getting involved in community events and by supporting technology and teaching financial literacy in our schools. You'll also see our support of athletics on the scoreboards at home events. It's this involvement that allows us to know our customers and their families for generations. First Winnie Bank, the only bank you'll ever need.
Have you ever heard the saying, people spend their life building wealth and neglecting their health, only to wish they could trade their wealth for better health at the end? This is Dr. Fritz Beyer, and it has now been over 30 years since my first chiropractic adjustment. I still get asked, do you get adjusted? Absolutely. I try to get adjusted at least once a month. I'm 47 now and still try to stay as active as ever. While I do get a few more aches and pains than when I was younger, it feels great to be able to step on the mat and help kids learning to wrestle. Chiropractic has helped me feel young enough to do it. If staying active is part of your future plans, call 254-BODY to get your body back.
Welcome back to Atlantic, 32-28. We start the fourth quarter. St. Albert with a 4-point lead on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Kirchhoff, top of the circle, double team, kicks it near side to Harder. Harder into Wiederstein, layup no, rebound, poked out of bounds by the Saints. Whoa!
Yeah, that was...
Yeah,
the official on this side looks like he's going to have it go the correct direction. It should be Atlantic's ball.
Should be Atlantic's ball. Is poked out by...
No,
they're not going to. They're going to give it to St. Albert. Saints have it. Here we go. Evidently, they saw someone from Atlantic tip it. It's the only thing I can say.
Except pretty long arms.
Top of the circle, more Ryan. Ryan will look left side to Monahan. Molly Wise, baseline. Johnson on the drive, right around Williams. Back out top to more Ryan. Monahan, baseline, and Molly Wise. Nice job by Harder. Tipped it away out of bounds. 7:19 to play.
Yeah, 8 seconds on that shot clock, so they're going to have to get it inbounds and get a shot off fairly quick here.
Harder in there with Williams. Schrader now back in for McLaren, Wiederstein, and Kirchhoff. The starters for Atlantic will set up St. Albert here in a moment. I believe all starters back in as well. More Ryan back out top to Monahan. Left side of Johnson on the drive. Back out to Monahan. Molly Wise, she'll toss up the 3. No good. Shot clock wears out. Atlantic rebound anyway. 7:07 to play. 4-point lead for St. Albert. Pass across the paint to Wiederstein, and she traveled with it. Good call by the official.
Yeah, that's a tough pass. It was pretty high there, and try to get control of that. And Atlantic just needs to slow down and do a better job of passing the ball there.
7 minutes left. 32-28 South. St. Albert by 4 points in the Seed Pros scoreboard. Back out top. Saints with it. Molly Wise handles it right wing. Couple of dribbles. Now leaves it right to Monahan inside Underwood against Williams. Underwood turns, shoots, good. Ava Underwood with 4. 34-28. Saints with the lead. Atlantic with the basketball. Kirchhoff ahead to Schrader. Off the screen, has an alley, drives in, the ball swatted away by Underwood, but a foul called on Ava Underwood. So Schrader will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. And we've had very few free throws each side here tonight. Schrader with 2 coming for Atlantic. Trojans down by 6 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Schrader shooting 76% from the line, and she misses that first one. She's 22 of 30 now, shooting free throws this season. Atlantic, as a team, is shooting about 70% from the free throw line. 6:35 to play in the game. Second free throw in flight, and it is good.
Full timeout here by Varg.
34-29 in favor of St. Albert, and Coach Vargason calls a full timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be back right after these.
At 2nd Street Auto, it's our mission to get you back on the road fast. And it all starts with free local towing. Once you're back at the shop, we talk you through your car repair with a free and fair estimate. We do everything in-house so you know who's working on your car. Our Hercules tires come with free road hazard repair, free rotation for the life of the tires, and a free alignment check. And nobody can beat our transmission rebuild and repair experts. Brakes, tune-ups, oil changes, preventative maintenance, and service work make 2nd Street your first stop.
Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital, and we are proud of the awards and all of our recent accomplishments. But do you know what drives us to be the very best? You. We're passionate about helping our patients heal and feel their very best at any age and any stage of life. Cass Health, neighbors
in Atlantic. Stop by today.
We've got a game with 34-29, St. Albert by 5 with 6:35 to play. Saints basketball, the inbounds from the back court. Underwood, pass ahead, almost stolen by Harder to Ava. And they work the ball out top to Moore Ryan. Pass right baseline to Johnson. Peyton Johnson driving, kick out top. Moore Ryan. Ryan high and right, 18-17 on the shot clock. Out top to Molly Wise. Wise right side of Peyton Johnson. Johnson left-handed dribble, works to the elbow, down inside. Underwood layup, good. Good pass by Johnson.
She was kind of open there. Defense backed off or slowed down a little bit there.
So it's now 36-29 in favor of the Saints. Atlantic turns it over at the other end.
Yeah, and Williams had a wide open shot there and passed it off to Schrader there and back to Williams, and it kind of went off of her leg out of bounds there.
Fourth quarter now, 5:53 to go. Darrington to back in. Coughlin comes in for St. Albert. And Atlantic back on the defense. Full court 1-2-2 zone press. 36-29, St. Albert by 7. Pass in. Ryan, Coughlin, pass ahead to Darrington. Across the paint to Lenz, and she stepped out of bounds. Atlantic's basketball. Cody's get it back the other way. Good pressure defense by Atlantic.
Yeah, I mean, even for that front court pressure, the back half, there was plenty of pressure there as well.
5:47 to go in the game. Bounce pass to Schrader. Schrader on the dribble across the timeline. Chased by Coughlin. Reach in on Coughlin. Good call by the official. Second foul on St. Albert here in the fourth quarter. 5:42 to play in the game. Saints up 36-29. They recovered from the Atlantic 9-0 run.
And that was either her fourth or fifth foul.
Fourth foul on Coughlin. Inbounds from Wiederstein out to Harder. Back to Wiederstein high and right. 36-29, St. Albert the Seed Pros scoreboard. Peyton Harder, top of the circle. Loops it over to Wiederstein.
Yeah, and I mean, that's a good pass by Wiederstein, but if you can get an open shot,
runner by Schrader, can't get it to go. And a rebound Underwood for St. Albert. Saints with the basketball in the front at 5:20 to go here in this ball game. Pass ahead. Lenz, Underwood, driving, bounce across the paint to Darrington. They'll poke it out top to Ryan. Ryan finds a seam, slithers in, runner up, no good, but she's fouled. And that'll be the first foul in Atlantic here in the fourth quarter with 5:08 to go. Still a 7-point lead for the Saints. Free throw line shot coming up for St. Albert is going to be Moore Ryan shooting the free throws. Ryan with 9. She's averaging 11 a game, and she missed the free throw. Ryan's second free throw coming up, a 50% free throw shooter. She was 17 of 34 coming in. Second free throw in the air, and it is no good. The rebound tipped to Underwood.
Yeah, and Underwood went up for that, tipped it a few times here.
Yes, and Everett has trouble with it, Cody.
Yeah, and again, the defense by Atlantic's doing a nice job here, so let's get the offense taking some of those open shots that we have.
Just under 5 to play. 36-29, St. Albert pass into Kirchhoff against the zone press, and she'll get it to Schrader, and that's going to be a turnover, Atlantic.
There's again, St. Albert's right in your face, right there, and
well, yeah, and she dribbled right into the trap, and they use that bound as a third man,
right.
Cody. Saints to the front court, Underwood on the drive, runner up, and it is good. 38-29, Saints with the lead, up back by 9. They led by as many as 12 in the first half. Atlantic came out on a 9-0 run, and that's third quarter. Here's Harder to Williams. Williams on the dribble, out top to Kirkhoff, baseline Wiederstein. She'll toss up the three, no good. Rebound Williams for Atlantic. Out to Schrader, she'll fire up a three, good!
And we needed that bucket bad. Timeout here, Coach Varg.
38-32 on the Seed Pros scoreboard, 4:18 to go, a 30-second timeout. And we'll take it with them back right after this.
At Outfitters Plus in Atlantic, you'll find all the latest in custom apparel and headwear. Head to Outfitters and work with the design pros to make your customized tees, team apparel, and personalized swag for your business a reality. Whether it's fan apparel for your high school or youth sports teams, your business, or you just want to make something your own, you'll have everyone saying, "Where'd you get that?" Don't forget, Outfitters will also add your group store online to make ordering a breeze. Get personalized at Outfitters Plus Outlet Store in Atlantic. Stop by today.
Now, back to Atlantic Trojan basketball on KS 95.7.
Big day of wrestling coming up tomorrow in Atlantic. We'll vie for that Hawkeye 10 conference title. Cody, you'll be there, and with all the coverage tomorrow with Chris Varney from Denison. And boy, the Trojans have a great year, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. Lewis Central will certainly be a favorite as well. Atlantic won the John J. Harris Wrestling Tournament last Saturday. Here comes the Saints with the ball baseline to Johnson. 38-32 St. Albert into Underwood. Out top to Monahan. Left baseline and Molly Wise driving in and dumped it off a foot of Harder. 3:59 on the clock. Here in the ball game, 38-32 St. Albert.
You look at the Hawkeye 10 there, and I would say Lewis Central probably is maybe the favorite, but Atlantic's right there, close second.
Molly Wise for three, knocked it down. Big three for Wise. 41-32 St. Albert. Atlantic back at the front with Schrader high and left. She'll fire up a triple. God! 41-35. Schrader with 3 threes here in the ballgame, second half. 3.5 to play. St. Albert up by 6. Pass ahead, Underwood. Across the paint. Back out to Moore Ryan. She'll drive in. Runner up, good.
Really nice touch inside there. And
43-35 Saints by 8. Inbounds to Kirkhoff. Out to Wiederstein. Lila brings it across the timeline. Into Williams. Layup up. It is no good, but she's fouled. They fired into Williams a left-handed layup. She missed the shot with her offhand, but she'll shoot 2. Williams at the free throw line for Atlantic. 43-35, an 8-point lead for St. Albert with 3:10 to go. Score brought to you by the Seed Pros. They're by your side to maximize yield from the word go. Contact John Becker, Mark Ventiger, Gary Denkla, and Nick Knutson. Williams first of 2 good. Williams with 8 points. 43-36. Fourth quarter score. 3:10 to play. Williams' second free throw is in the air and no good. Rebound Underwood. Saints with the basketball up by 7, 43-36. Pass ahead to Coughlin, 3 minutes to play. And the throw ahead to Molly Wise. Give it a go down low. Lenz with it. Shot up, foul called on Harder. It'll be a shooting foul for Lenz. Alexa Lenz, a 5'8 sophomore, will shoot 2. 43-36. Lenz is 1 of 7 of the year shooting free throws. She's not been the line much. Made that one. Lenz with 5. 44-36 Saints. Second free throw by Molly Lenz. It is in flight. It is no good. Rebound. St. Albert Underwood's putback is good.
It sure looked like Underwood kind of left the line there early, but it wasn't called.
And she got the layup to make it a 46-36 on offensive rebound. Atlantic in the front court. Kirkhoff right baseline. Ball tapped away on the pass by Molly Wise. Her pass tipped out of bounds by Williams. St. Albert will have it a baseline in the backcourt. 2:37 to play. 10-point lead now for the Saints on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Underwood will throw it in to Ryan. Back to Underwood on the dribble, and foul is stolen by Harder. Harder will drive inside, layup, no good. Underwood rebound for the Saints. Pass into Wise, given a go to Coughlin. 2:25 left to play, Saints by 10. And a whistle, we've got a foul called on the Trojans. Peyton Harder will check in for Atlantic. Bryn Lamp will also check in for Atlantic. Williams with 4 fouls comes out. And Lila Wiederstein also comes out. She's played every minute in that first half. In second half as well. 46-36 the Seed Pro scoreboard. Schrader fouls. That's 4 in Atlantic. St. Albert inbounds the ball near sideline. Lenz will throw it in for the Saints. Coach Wettengale. Here's a throw in. Pass, good D by Atlantic. Pass ahead to Lenz. Right side to Molly Wise. Back out top to Amora Ryan. Ryan left wing to Underwood. And a whistle, another foul call to the Trojans, I believe. Wiederstein and Williams will come in. So we're going to have a foul. A lot of fouls here, Cody, I think, in the last 2-10. That's the 5th on Atlantic. They're down by 10. And that'll put Ellie Monahan at the free throw line. She'll shoot 2. 46-36 Underwood. Free throw in flight and is good. Monahan with 3 points here in the ball game. Averaging 5. 47-36 St. Albert. Second free throw is up and it is good. 48-36, a 12-point lead for the Saints. And Monahan 2 for 2 from the line.
Yeah, steal there by St. Albert. Threw it right back to Zoe Kirchhoff.
Kirchhoff, top of the circle, left side to Schrader. She'll launch up with 3. God! Schrader hot. 4 threes, keeping Atlantic within arm's length here. And a timeout is called, a full timeout, and we'll take it with them. We're back right after these.
The Super Bowl in Atlantic is a great place to have your next celebration. Birthday parties, family outings, date nights, or just hanging out with friends. The Super Bowl is the place to be. With Glow Bowling on Friday and Saturday nights, and ramps and bumpers for the kids, anyone can have a blast at the Super Bowl. Call Dan today at 243-4656 to reserve your lane and get ready for fun.
Gas prices got you down? Need a ride to work or the grocery store? There's public transportation for everyone in Southwest Iowa. SWITA offers taxi service in Atlantic, Glenwood, Harlan, Missouri Valley, Red Oak, and Shenandoah. $2.50 each way or $2 for seniors 60 years and older. Just call 1-800-842-8065 or visit swita.com to schedule.
Thank you for shopping your Atlantic Hy-Vee.
And welcome back to Atlantic. 48-39, St. Albert with the lead. Trojans had grabbed that lead on a 9-0 run there at the start of the second half. They led 24-22, and St. Albert regained the lead after tying at 24-24, and they trailed 28-24. Then he took a 29-28 lead and led ever since. Saints with the ball in the backcourt. Underwood, pass right side of Coughlin, pass it across the timeline of Monahan. And wide open, down low Molly Wise, Atlantic gets the steal. 1:48 to go. McLaren ahead to Sontag, the senior. Back near side of Kirchhoff to Bryn Lamp. High and right, Schrader for 3 off the mark. Rebound long, and Sontag, the senior, almost got it. She did. Out top to Schrader. She'll step back, and shots blocked. Underwood rebound. And the pass ahead to Molly Wise. And a foul call. And whoa! Foul called on Atlantic. The first foul was on Schrader.
I think it was on
Sontag, I believe. Sontag with the foul. 48-39 in favor of St. Albert. 2 free throws now for Molly Wise for the Saints. Free throw on the way, and it is good. Wise now with 7 points for St. Albert. Harder in. Sontag and McLaren come out. Free throw coming up for Wise, her second of 2 to make it an 11-point game, and she does. 50-39. Trojans throw in, down by 11 with 1:25 to play. Bounce pass into Schrader. Schrader to the backcourt against Monahan. Schrader across the timeline. Nice left-handed dribble by Schrader. Left side to Kirchhoff into Williams. Williams now baseline to Harder. Harder's inside to Williams. We got a foul called on Darrington, I believe. That'd be 4 on the Saints. Atlantic will inbounds baseline left of the basket. 1:10 left.
And that really doesn't hurt St. Albert, where they're not shooting it. It's now they've got to get it inbounds again.
Get to regroup a little bit. Kirchhoff to throw it in. Way out top to Schrader. Schrader's had quite a night with 4 threes, 5 threes. 1 in the first half, 4 in the second. Here's another 3-point shot, no good, and she's fouled.
Yeah, and I'm not so sure she wasn't. Before the shot was up, it was blocked, but there was a lot of people making a lot of noise about it. So 3 shots here.
So Schrader will shoot 3. 1:03 to play, 50-39. The score here in Atlantic. St. Albert with the lead. They've opened things up here in the fourth quarter. And they led 32-28 after 3. Free throw by Schrader is up and net is no good. Schrader can hit those difficult ones and give her a free shot.
That must have something to do with the pressure.
Second 3, good by McKenna. Schrader on the year now. She has made second free throw coming up here. We're checking her 3-point shots here. She has made 41 3-point shots. She made that free throw as well. 50-41. Atlantic cuts the lead to 9. And whistle foul call the Trojans with 1:01 to go. So we'll have free throws coming up for the Saints. Boy, I tell you, the game got started off slow. It was 9-5. St. Albert with the lead in the first quarter.
Yeah, the first quarter seemed like it took forever.
Yeah. 22-15 at half. 32-28 after 3. And free throw on the way. And good by Moore Ryan. Ryan with 10 points. Second free throw coming for Ryan. 14 points. Ryan's second free throw on the way, and it is good. 15 for Ryan, 52-41 St. Albert. Atlantic in the backcourt under minutes to go now. Wiederstein across the timeline, 11-point lead for the Saints. Kirchhoff on the dribble to high and right. Into Harder. Harder will drive in, layup up, no good. Rebound comes off to Coughlin for St. Albert, 44 seconds to go. Out to Ryan. Ryan will bring it across the timeline, and a reach-in foul called on Peyton McLaren, and Ryan will go back to the free throw line. Moore Ryan with 3 3-point shots in the game for 9, 11. Here's a free throw up by Ryan. It is good.
Yeah, good form, and she's been pretty consistent there, and she's not the one you want to foul when she's got the ball, looks like.
She's a good free throw shooter. 53-41, second free throw by Ryan, no good. Knocked out of bounds. It's going to be Atlantic's ball. 38 seconds to go. So Moore Ryan leads the team with 16 points here in the ball game. Pass ahead to Wiederstein. She'll bring it across the timeline for Atlantic. Left side of Schrader, half a minute to go. Hands it off to Harder. Harder, reverse dribble, drives in. It's poked away, ball loose. McLaren and Underwood. Looks like got a foul on Underwood. And that would put McLaren on the free throw line for Atlantic with 24 seconds left, 53-41.
And that'll be Underwood's 4th. That's her 3rd.
3rd for Underwood. Here's McLaren's free throw, and it is good. McLaren with a point, 53-42. Much different than the first time these two teams played. Atlantic was able to muster, 29 points in that game. Second free throw by McLaren is good. 53-43. Peyton with both those free throws. 20 seconds left. Underwood, Monahan, Coughlin ahead to Underwood. They're just going to bring it out now and take the win. They're 16-1 now. And that'll be it here in the ball game. The Saints win this one 53-43 over Atlantic. In a good defensive battle, Cody.
It was, by both sides. Atlantic was able to come out the second half and honestly make it a game, and I think they were up to 3 or 4 point lead there at one time. So it's St. Albert's has just got a deep bench, and they're tough on the defensive side, and they made some threes.
Well, they sure do, and we're going to have a senior night for the girls coming up, so we'll have quite a bit going on between games, and we'll be able to catch up on wrestling as well from Leon at Central Decatur High School. The Atlantic girls are wrestling and competing quite well, I may add, so we're going to have that report from Cody coming up as well. Post-game show coming up next. It's brought to you by Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
Stein delivers more new genetics faster. Our focus on delivering higher yielding genetics faster than the competition is why we have released more new Enlist E3 lines in the past 5 years than any other seed company. For elite genetics paired with simple, flexible, and effective weed control, plant Stein Enlist E3 soybeans. Stein has yield. 45 years of yield. Learn more at steinseed.com.
Our halftime show brought to you by Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors. As you look at Atlantic scoring, boy, I tell you what, McKenna Schrader, she had quite a night. She had 5 threes in the ball game, and she ended up with 17, 18, 19, 20 points. And when we count that, 15, 16, 17, 18 points for McKenna Schrader, not 20, 18 for Schrader, with 5 threes, and she had 3 free throws. Zoe Kirchhoff on the night finished with 3 points, and also McLaren. Peyton had 2 for Atlantic. Peyton Harder with 5 first half points, 8. She had 10 for the ball game. Katrina Williams finished with 8 points for Atlantic, so 2 and double figures. Schrader with 18, Harder with 10, Williams with 8. Kirchhoff with 3, and McLaren had a pair, 53-43. St. Albert with that win here tonight. As you look at the Saints scoring, Ellie Monahan had 3. Moore Ryan had 6 first half points, and she ended up with 16 for the ball game. She had a 3 ball in that second half to make it 9, 10, 11, 12, and she had 16 points. 7 for Molly Wise. Here in the ball game, she had 3 in the first half, and she had came back with a 3 ball. She had 7 points on the evening. Also for St. Albert's, Ava Underwood with 10, 4 for Lexi Darrington. Eleanor Coughlin with 4 points. Alexa Lenz on the ball game had 8 points for St. Albert. She had 2 in the first half, and she had 6 points here in the second half for 8 points for the Saints. So it's 53-43 the final. Cody, your thoughts on the game and 2 really good teams facing off, 2 teams that really played hard and played good defense.
Like I said, St. Albert is deep in the bench. They hit a lot of threes. It seemed like that first half, Atlantic battled back and had a lead that second half. Just wasn't able to maintain the pace. Seemed like St. Albert maybe slowed it down a little bit, and once they started getting the lead, they were just tough to score on.
53-43, the final. We'll have senior night coming up, and we'll be back. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. We're back right after these.
Hey there, this is Tanner from your Atlantic Hy-Vee, and I've got some exciting news to share. Thanks to your feedback, we're currently rated the friendliest Hy-Vee in the entire company. That's a huge honor, and on behalf of the whole team, thank you to everyone who's taken time to share their thoughts. Did you know you can leave feedback too? Just check the link on the bottom of your Hy-Vee receipt or in your email after a purchase. Whether it's a compliment or constructive criticism, I love reading our surveys and making sure we're always improving. And as always, thank you for shopping your Atlantic Hy-Vee.
When you're on the go, it's all about convenience. Add fantastic food, beverages, plus BP superior fuels, and you have Olson's BP in Atlantic. From sunup to sundown, we're the keep you going store. From our loaded breakfast burritos and Bunker Dunker donuts to our delicious Champs chicken and pizza to go, we have the food you crave. Don't forget the cold beer in the beer cave. Stop in and fill her up. There's always something you need at Olson's BP, the keep you going store, 2nd and Locust in Atlantic.
At Rolling Hills Bank and Trust, we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We've been dedicated to our communities for over 35 years. From real estate and ag loans to personal and commercial banking, we offer a full range of financial services tailored to meet your needs. We believe in giving back and being involved in the communities we serve. Stop into one of our 12 convenient locations or visit us at rollinghillsbank.com.
Get ready for a fresh start at Greg Young Atlantic. Our Greg Young Fresh Start program helps you hit the road with confidence, overcome credit challenges with personalized financing, and a wide selection of great vehicles. Visit us today to find your brand new Chevy, GMC, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, or Ram, or check out our huge pre-owned selection at GregYoungAtlantic.com and GregYoungCDJRAtlantic.com. And to apply. Don't miss out on this incredible offer. Here at Greg Young, we go the extra mile for you.
Rolling Hills Bank be your trusted partner, helping protect your income row after row.
Welcome back to Atlantic on your Seed Pro scoreboard. The final 53-43. They sent Albert girls over Atlantic, and I did some refiguring, Cody, and McKenna Schrader did have 20 for Atlantic. Peyton Harder had 10 to lead the Trojans here in the ball game here tonight. Let's check in on wrestling back at Central Decatur High School, and Atlantic girls doing pretty well. What do we got going?
Well, we got 3 girls in the finals. Cadence Kinsey at 115 pounds. She came in as a 3 seed, upended the 2 seed to get to the finals. She's in pretty good shape, I would say, at this point. She had a 7-4 decision. Finals yet to be wrestled there at 115. At 130 pounds, Haley Huffman lost by fall in that backside, so she's eliminated. At 140 pounds, Knuth with the 165, so she's in the semis on the backside. She will wrestle the 3 seed from the front side that lost to be able to wrestle for a 3rd place. At 155 pounds, it is Leah Thomas, and she won by fall in 317, so she's in the finals. And then at 235 pounds, it is Haley Armstrong in the finals with winning by fall in 322.
Then Haley's now in the finals at 200 semifinal match.
235, there. Yeah.
Well, we'll have those results. Backside matches still going on, Cody? Or,
yeah, they're running through the backside right now. So the next match probably up will be Knuth there at 140 pounds. So we should be able to have those results for you within the next half hour. Really.
You bet. We'll maybe get to between quarters the boys game. We'll get those final results there from Central Decatur. Of course, we'll have full coverage of the Girls State Wrestling tournament coming up a week from today. Cody, you'll be there, and looks like Southwest Iowa have a good representation of girls wrestlers.
Yeah, they've got a good, solid program. I think it's Matt Lundquist down there, kind of took that program over, and he was a wrestler back in the day, a long time ago when I was, and really a good competitor, and I'm sure he does well. I had a daughter that went through there.
Well, we just have the seniors recognized, and I believe next up we're going to hear Amber Gibson as she'll get her recognition. Well-deserved here, Cody, coming up. And that was released back on November the 22nd when the Iowa High School Athletic Directors Association did select Amber Gibson as the Assistant Administrator of the Year. And right now, yep, there she is. Mike McDermott.
Mike McDermott's got a 5 Sontag shirt on. And
yeah. Mike McDermott out there. See if we can tune in on that.
Yeah, I mean, what Mitchell said, each senior had an opportunity to pick a teacher.
To help express their gratitude and appreciation to
Tonight we'd like to recognize those selected teachers. Peyton Harder chose Mrs. Faith Nielsen as her impact teacher because of the positive impact she had on her early age. Growing up every day in her classroom, she never failed to make me feel welcome and greeted all of us with the biggest smile and continuous support. She has taught me to show kindness and immense patience every day, and not only to encourage others, but always being a person to be counted on. Looking back, she was the greatest role model I could look up to. I just didn't realize how much she was. McKenna Sontag couldn't pick just one, so she's honoring two. She chose Mr. Mike McDermott and Mrs. Stephanie Kelly.
Well, pretty neat deal, Cody Weaver, as the seniors got to pick some teachers that had a big impact on their lives. Their T-shirts say, our jersey, your impact. Is that correct, if I see correctly?
It is correct, and then they've got the senior, girl players, their numbers on the back. So
really a neat deal. Coming up next will be the honoring of Amber Gibson, who is the Administrative Assistant of the Year for 2025. And this is statewide by the Iowa High School Athletic Association, and it's going to announce its award winners here coming up here between games as well. We're going to take another 1-minute timeout. We're back with more postgame right here on KS 95.7 FM and our live video stream at WesternIowaToday.com.
Oak Point Wealth Management is making important changes to better serve you. Wealth Manager Aaron Friend is proud to announce that Oak Point Wealth has partnered with LBL Financial, providing comprehensive tools and resources to support your financial goals. Aaron remains committed to serving Southwest Iowa with personalized service backed by LBL's dynamic technology and investment platform.
I'm excited to embrace independence and keep my focus on what matters most, my clients' best interests.
Visit www.oakpointwealth.com, 712-207-3521 to learn more about how Oak Point Wealth Management can help you pursue your financial goals.
Good coaches know their players' strengths and weaknesses. They watch, evaluate, and come up with a game plan to make their team better. Like a good coach, when you bring your vehicle to McAdee Tire, they listen to your concerns and give clear explanations on how they can help. They come up with a game plan to get your vehicle performing at its best. From tires to oil changes, brakes, engine repair, and more, McAdee Tire can assist in all your vehicle needs and help you feel prepared for all the competitions ahead. McAdee Tire and Service, where their game-winning service is always a slam dunk.
I thought between games we're going to honor Amber Gibson here, and I believe that's going to be the case. Maybe not. Maybe it's going to be at halftime too. But waiting for the boys' game. St. Albert wins 53-43 over the girls. It was pink out night tonight for Atlantic as well. And I believe Amber Gibson is going to be recognized here now in November. The Iowa High School Athletic Directors Association announced its award winners. And one of the recipients was Amber Gibson, who was honored as the 2025 Iowa High School Athletic Directors Association Administrative Assistant of the Year. And waiting for the... not sure we're going to have that or not here, Cody, between games.
I don't know. There's so much stuff going on. You can't hardly keep track of it. Like girls wrestling, boys wrestling, girls basketball, getting into boys basketball now. Senior night. It's a pink out night.
Atlantic will also play that girl-boy doubleheader on Tuesday, February 11th. They're going to be playing at Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines. So that'll be a fun experience for everyone, and that's going to be February 11th. Boys game at 3:45. And the girls' game will follow after the boys. Speaking of boys, here we go. It's the Atlantic Trojans head out of the floor to warm up. So maybe it's going to be held, Cody, after the warm-ups here this evening. Trojans come in with a 2-12 record, 2-5 at home, 0-7 away. St. Albert, 11-7 basketball team, 5-4 at home, 4-3 away. And we're going to have the boys' game coming up here. Our broadcast brought to you by Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll. Brought to you by the First Whitney Bank, the only bank to 11-8 First Whitney Bank. Body Basic, call 254-BODY, get your body back to the basics. And the Seed Pros, by your side to maximize yields. Forward go. Your Pioneer Pros, John Becker, Mark Ventiger, Gary Dinkla, and Nick Knudsen. Also brought to you by 2nd Street Auto, your transmission pros. Cass Health, the neighbors caring for neighbors. Outfitters Plus Outlet Store, your home for personalized sports apparel in Atlantic. And the Super Bowl. Grab the gang ahead of the Super Bowl for Glow Bowling every Friday and Saturday night. Swinna, safe, reliable Swinna for all your transportation needs. And Stein C. If Stein has yield, contact Darren Petty, your local Stein representative. Hy-Vee Bakery, Deli, Grocery, Meat Department, and Pharmacy, always there for you, your Atlantic Hy-Vee. Atlantic Ag and Auto, your locally owned full-line CarQuest retail store in Atlantic. And Rolling Hills, a bank and trust, a hometown bank for hometown people, a member FDIC. Also brought to you by Greg Young Automotive Group in Atlantic. They go the extra mile for you. And Olson's BP, great food, Godfather's Pizza, and quality BP fuel. The Keep You Going company, Olson's BP in Atlantic. And Oak Point Wealth Management. Aaron Friend, Oak Point Wealth Management, located inside Snyder and Associates in Atlantic. Cody, Trojans need a win here, don't they? Hungry for a win, huh?
You know, I see that Malia is not suited up, but, you know, some of the younger players here really stepped up. If I think about Grant Petty, the way he's performed, you know, the last month, and they just need to all get it put together like Coach Franken talks about, and I agree. You know, they show signs of greatness, and then all of a sudden they fall apart, and it'd be nice to see them get a complete game together all the way through here.
Once again, the boys warming up here at St. Albert. And their road green uniforms, Atlantic, and their home white. Hey, the Coaches Show coming up next. It's brought to you by McAtee Tire, your McAtee Tire and Service headquarters for all your automotive repairs, and Goodyear Tires at 100 West 2nd Street in Atlantic. We'll hear from Coach Franken right after this.
Good coaches know their players' strengths and weaknesses. They watch, evaluate, and come up with a game plan to make their team better. Like a good coach, when you bring your vehicle to McAtee Tire, they listen to your concerns and give clear explanations on how they can help. They come up with a game plan to get your vehicle performing at its best. From tires to oil changes, brakes, engine repair, and more, McAtee Tire can assist in all your vehicle needs and help you feel prepared for all the competitions ahead. McAtee Tire and Service, where their game-winning service is always a slam dunk.
Welcome back to the pregame show and our Coaches Show, brought to you by McAtee Tire. We're joined by Atlantic Head Boys Coach Dalton Franken. Coach, thanks for joining us. St. Albert, the team at hand here tonight, and to talk about facing the Falcons here and break this one down for us.
Yeah, St. Albert's got a nice team this year. They're well coached. They have one of the best, in my opinion, one of the top point guards in the conference this year, in the Bellinger kid, and then down low, the freshman post player, the Spencer kid. He's a handful down low. So they run a lot of ball screen action with Bellinger, trying to get him an advantage, you know, coming off of ball screens and stuff. So our ball screen defense is going to be really important. And then with that, our backside rotations have to be on point to guard their post player rolling hard to the rim, and so we're gonna have to be really sharp there. And they do a lot of different things defensively as well. They'll play man to man in the half court. We've seen a 1-2-2 half court zone from them, and they'll look to trap a little bit out of that. They've also played some 2-3 zones, so we're gonna have to be patient offensively, and with that, be aggressive if they're in zone. Once we get the zone shifting, we need to look to attack gaps and have guys flash into the openings in the zone there. So going to be a good test for us.
Talk about your team now as we head into this, and we're down and getting into close to February here part of the schedule. What do you want to see from your guys here tonight, Coach Stoll?
Just fight for all 32 minutes. I think there's times where things get a little stagnant offensively for us when we're, and then that frustration from the offensive end, we tend to carry that back to the defensive end with us and not guard and rebound with the intensity and effort that we need. So just fight for all 32 minutes, compete every single possession, and especially at the defensive end, we have to be locked in there, regardless of what's happening on the offensive end. with that on the offensive end, our ball movement and cutting off the ball has to be. It's getting better, but we have to continue to move the ball, cut, screen away, and then once we get the defense shifting, we can look to get downhill and attack. And we need to get Gavin McLaren more touches down in the paint. So need him working down low to seal and get touches and then play inside out off of him.
You know, Coach, speaking of getting the ball into Gavin, when you look at the two rosters, how do you look at the size matchup here?
Yeah, their post guy will have a little bit of a height advantage down low, but, Gavin's easily one of the strongest kids in the conference, so I'm not worried about him giving up position and stuff down there. The biggest thing will be, obviously, boxing them out and keeping them off the glass because their post guy, he does a great job rebounding for them, but their guards also crash the glass really hard, especially on the offensive end. So we need all five guys getting a body on somebody and going and getting the ball so we can get out and go in transition.
Well, Coach, thank you very much. Appreciate you as always. Best of luck tonight. We'll talk to you afterwards.
Thanks, Tom. Appreciate it.
You bet. Dawn Franken, head coach of the Atlantic Trojans. We'll be back with the starters of the First Whitney Bank opening tip-off right after this, brought to you by McAtee Tire.
Just when you think he's Mr. Perfect, he wakes up and proves me wrong. You can't charge a junk battery. Look here, mister. Replace it. I called Atlantic Egg and Auto, gave them make and model, and they have a new battery waiting at the counter. Go. Go now. Here's a Mr. Pibb and peanut M&Ms to tide you over so you don't have to make any stops. Atlantic and Audubon Egg and Auto, your only locally owned CarQuest retail stores. Your go-to for batteries, parts, and sometimes fixing relationship and his hunger problems.
At Seed Pros, our mission is to be your business partner every day of every season.
Pioneer Hybrid International was founded in Iowa back in 1926 and is still American today. Not many other seed providers can make that claim.
We partner with you to continually push the limits by combining elite seed genetics, local infield knowledge, along with customer service second to none.
We are with you from the word go. Contact Mark Van Tiger, Gary Dinkla, Nick Knutson, or John Becker to partner with a team that puts your business needs first.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
First Whitney Bank
on KS 95.7 and live streamed at westerniowatoday.com.
Welcome back to Atlantic. Tom Robbins with Cody Weaver and a big night here in Atlantic. And the girls' game was a dandy, Cody. 53-43, St. Albert with a lead, but Atlantic with a 9-0 run to start the second half. They took a 4-point lead at one point, but St. Albert too much defensively.
Yeah, they were. I mean, they were able to finish the game off and kind of slowed it down there in the last part. And, it was a great effort, though, by Atlantic. The whole game on defensive side and the offensive side just couldn't score enough buckets.
Well, we look at this one here. The Saints, or the Falcons, rather, 11-7, 5-4 at home, 4-3 away. 5-2 in the conference. Atlantic comes in with a 2-12 record, 2-5 at home, 0-7 on the road, and 1-5 in the conference here this evening. Broadcast brought to you in part by Oak Point Wealth Management. Aaron Friend, Oak Point Wealth Management, located inside Steiner and Associates in Atlantic. Olson's BP, great food, Godfather's Pizza, and quality BP fuel to keep you going company. Olson's in Atlantic. And Rolling Hills Bank and Trust, the hometown bank for hometown people, a member FDIC. Also brought to you by Atlantic Ag and Auto, your locally owned full-line CarQuest retail store in Atlantic and Hy-Vee. Bakery, deli, grocery, meat department, and pharmacy, always there for you. Your Atlantic Hy-Vee. Trojans come out. They're led in scoring by Gavin McLaren. He's averaging 13 points a game. Kennick Jewell averaging 10. Shelton Molia averaging 6 points a contest. Grant Petty, 7. Grant's been starting to step up here lately. playing more aggressive, attacking and shooting for the Trojans. We'll also see Hunter Nelson come off the bench, and he has made 13 three-point shots. He's 13 of 35, shooting 37% behind the arc. He can shoot it, and he's not afraid to do it. Also for Atlantic, Reed Woodward will come off the bench, averaging just shy of 3 points a game. He adds that size inside for the Trojans. And if you look at St. Albert, they've got an outstanding point guard, one that, as you heard Coach Franken talk about earlier, called it the best point guard of the conference, or one of the best, in Nick Bellinger. He's averaging 13.89 points a game for the Falcons. And Colt Spencer, that freshman post player, averaging 9.78 points a ball game. So the Saints come out in their road green, dark uniforms here this evening. They'll start Joe Hughes, a 6'1 senior. Nick Bellinger, a 6'1 junior. Also Owen Marshall, a 6'2 senior. Noah Narmi, a 6-foot junior. And Colt Spencer, a 6'3 freshman. The Trojans, they'll start Hudson McLaren, a 6'1 junior. Kennick Jewell, a 5'9 senior. Shelton Molia, I believe we're going to see, it looks like we're going to see Jewell McLaren and Petty get a start for Atlantic. Also, Gavin McLaren and Reed Woodward starting for the Trojans, so Moya will not be starting. For Atlantic, it's going to be Hudson McLaren, Kennick Jewell, Grant Petty, Gavin McLaren, and Reed Woodward. So Cody, Atlantic's going to go with a little larger lineup inside.
Yeah, that sounds like they need to. It's the point guard the way that he is, and then some of the inside height that St. Albert has.
So the starting lineups will be coming up here in a little bit. We'll have our first Whitney Bank opening tip-off as well. When you look at these two teams in comparison, the Falcons averaging about 56 points a game, the Atlantic averaging 47 points a game. Really, the Trojans' defense has been decent. It's just been that offensive rhythm trying to get going this year.
He talks a lot about the shots, and when they get an open shot, they need to take the shot, instead of trying to drive inside, make something happen. If you have the opportunity and it's a decent shot, get your feet set and shoot.
Exactly. 1:31 until we get the lineups here, and we'll have the first Whitney Bank opening tip-off. We're going to take a 30-second timeout, and we're back right after this.
First Whitney Bank is the longest-standing locally owned bank in Atlantic, and as such, we take pride in how we serve our community. For generations, we have been involved with our customers and their families by getting involved in community events and by supporting technology and teaching financial literacy in our schools. You'll also see our support of athletics on the scoreboards at home events. It's this involvement that allows us to know our customers and their families for generations. First Whitney Bank, the only bank you'll ever need. Member FDIC.
Welcome back. Tom Robinson, Cody Weaver. And now we're going to keep it live here for the presentation to Amber Gibson. Congratulations to Amber, and what an honor for her. The Iowa High School Athletic Association has selected her as the 2025 Atlantic Athletic Director's Administrative Assistant of the Year for 2025. We do have that story on our website, but Mr. Randy Mitchell, we're going to go ahead and run this live. We hope you can pick up his talk here as Amber and her family will head out to the center court here, and we'll see if we can pick up Mr. Mitchell here.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Andrew Mitchell. I'm the Activities Director and Assistant Principal here at Atlantic High School. With me tonight is Mr. Harley Schiefer. He's the Executive Director of the Iowa High School Athletic Directors Association. It is an honor to be here tonight as we celebrate the person whose contributions to not only the Atlantic Activities Department, but to other schools throughout the Hawkeye 10 and the state of Iowa has had such a large impact and often goes unnoticed. Tonight, we recognize a remarkable individual who has gone above and beyond in her role, exemplifying the true dedication, organization, and service of this position. Amber Gibson has served in the role of Assistant Principal and Activities Department Administrative Assistant since 2011. Her contributions to the Iowa High School Athletic Directors Association and to the broader athletic community have been nothing short of exceptional. In her role as Atlantic's Administrative Assistant, Amber has worked tirelessly behind the scenes, ensuring smooth operations and fostering an environment of excellence within our schools. From managing critical communications to assisting with event planning, Amber's attention to detail and commitment to supporting our student athletes is unparalleled. Her ability to juggle numerous tasks with a positive attitude and professionalism has made a lasting impact on everyone she works with. Amber's work is not only appreciated, it is truly vital to the success of our programs. She exemplifies the qualities that we as an organization strive to promote: teamwork, dedication, and a deep passion for supporting the young persons of Iowa. Besides the roles that one would expect out of her position, there are many others that she does that most don't realize. Amber has on more than one occasion been the acting activities director during transitions from one athletic director to another. She also, along with her sister Valerie, times all of our home, track, and cross-country meets with our finishing system. Our meets are often recognized as being very well run. That praise directly relates to the job that Amber does. Amber, on behalf of the Iowa High School Athletic Directors Association, Atlantic High School, the coaches, players, and especially myself, I'm incredibly proud for Harley to present to you with this award, the 24-25 Iowa High School Athletic Directors Association Administrative Assistant of the Year. Thank you for everything you do for our association, our schools, programs, and most importantly for our students. With Amber Dice, her husband Kevin, and two of her three sons, Cole and Cooper Gibson. At this time, I'd like to invite any current and former coaches, sponsors, secretaries, and administration from Atlantic who have worked with Amber to join us on the floor for a group picture.
Could you get... Welcome back, and a very nice presentation to Amber Gibson here, as she is certainly well deserving of this honor, Cody. And I remember when we were getting familiar with Bound and getting stuff on there, she was willing to help us as well, not only inside but outside of the school. And again, we do have a group here picture that we're going to take, and we'll have that on our website as well. And certainly an honor here tonight for Amber Gibson here between games. So Trojans and Falcons are getting to square off. Great night tonight here in Atlantic with Villa Dance, senior night for the girls. And now we have the presentation, Amber Gibson and her family joining her as well. A great night here in Atlantic, and now we're getting set for the boys game. And we'll have our starters coming up in our opening tip-off as well. And Amber mentioned a couple of athletic directors that helped her along the way. I think Mitch Osborne was one of them. Jeff Beeson mentioned Harlan Community when he was AD. And Jeff Beeson down at Glenwood, I think, really helped mentor her as well to the Hawkeye 10. But super event here this evening. And halftime at Harlan, Creston leading Harlan 21-20. I'll tell you what, we saw Creston play on, let's see, Tuesday night, Monday night. This week has flown by, Cody. Monday night, Creston beat Atlantic boys, but they're a good basketball team, and they've gotten better as the season goes along. Look out for them in the postseason. Well, St. Albert will be introduced first here, and I'll start with Joe Hughes, a 6'1 senior. Joe is averaging just shy of 6 points a game for the Saints. Nick Bellinger, a 6'1 junior. Nick is at point guard, who's impressing Coach Dalton Franken, averaging just shy of 14 a ball game. Owen Marshall, a 6'2 senior, also starting, averaging 6 points a game. And Colt Spencer, the freshman, 6'3 post player, and Colt averaging just shy of 10. For Atlantic, Hudson McLaren will get a start, a 6'1 junior for the Trojans, averaging 2.46 a game. Kenny Jewell, who wears number 1, starting at a guard at 10.4. He'll be the point guard. Grant Petty, a 6'1 sophomore, and Petty averaging 7 points a game. Gavin McLaren averaging 13 a game, a 6'2 junior, getting a start for Atlantic. And also for the Trojans, Reed Woodward starting tonight. They're going to go with a larger lineup inside Woodward, averaging about 2.92 a game, just shy of 3 points a game. Will be starting for Moalia, Cody.
Yeah, it'll be nice to see both of those big guys inside there. And, you know, Gavin, he can work inside or outside. Most of the time you see Reed in the paint there, but Gavin, you see, he'll shoot from the outside as well as work inside there in the paint.
Well, our opening tip-off is brought to you by the First Whitney Bank, their local bank. The only bank you'll ever need, First Whitney Bank.
Is your business, but there are times when you need someone to come alongside you. You need someone who knows you, who knows your plans, your goals, your dreams, someone who's on your side and who's there to help you get there. This is Ann from First Whitney Bank. Whether your business is running a business, farming, raising a family, or helping your kids move on to the business of their lives, we're here. It's your business, they're your dreams, and we're here to help you reach them. First Whitney Bank, member FDIC.
Now, back to Atlantic Trojan basketball on KS 95.7.
Great crowd on hand tonight here for this girl-boy doubleheader in Atlantic. St. Albert won the girls' game 53-43, a very, very good game, very hard-fought game by both teams. Both had their moments as well. Atlantic took the lead second half on a 9-0 run. So here we go, the First Whitney Bank opening tip-off coming up. Thanks for joining us here on 95.7 FM and our live video stream, WesternIowaToday.com, powered by NIST.net and directed by Mr. Cody Weaver. So here we go. Petty will tip it off against Colt Spencer, a sophomore against a freshman. Spencer, the freshman. And the Falcons 11-7, Atlantic 2-12. Here's the tip, controlled by Colt Spencer. And here come the Falcons. Driving baseline layup, no good by Narmi. Narmi rebound. He's trying to get out of traffic and loops it away out top to Ballinger. Ballinger, that point guard, will move at top of the circle. He does move well, Cody Weaver. Off the screen from Spencer. They'll go baseline. It's a Narmi down inside to Colt Spencer and a foul on Atlantic right away.
Yeah, no, it looked like, you see Reed Woodward outside there where you saw him in the paint. Yeah. St. Albert was able to get into the paint really quick, just not able to finish that shot.
Owen Marshall triggers in, stolen by Kenny Jewell of Atlantic. Trojans have the possession, no score on the board. Here's Jewell driving. Bob's loaded, Reed Woodward open. He'll take the shot. He's fouled by Joe Hughes, I believe. We'll see one of the two down there, Cody. That's the case. It's going to be Joe Hughes with the foul. That'll be his first foul of the ball game. So Reed Woodward will step to the free throw line for Atlantic. First free throw is up, and it is good. A good touch by the big guy.
Yeah, it's nothing like getting that nerves out of you and getting a score in the book. And now let's go.
9 of 18 out the line. He made them both. Atlantic takes a 2-0 lead. How about that? Saints or the Falcons to the front court. Top of the circle, Bellinger. Near side of Hughes. To Colt Spencer, the freshman. On the dribble to back inside, and he attacks, and we got a timeout call by St. Albert. Interesting. We're not even a minute in. Timeout call, we'll take it with them. We're back in 30 seconds.
Hey there, this is Tanner from your Atlantic Hy-Vee, and I've got some exciting news to share. Thanks to your feedback, we're currently rated the friendliest Hy-Vee in the entire company. That's a huge honor, and on behalf of the whole team, thank you to everyone who's taken time to share their thoughts. Did you know you can leave feedback too? Just check the link on the bottom of your Hy-Vee receipt or in your email after a purchase. Whether it's a compliment or constructive criticism, I love reading our surveys and making sure we're always improving. And as always, thank you for shopping your Atlantic Hy-Vee.
St. Albert head coach Tim Cannon saw something in there, Cody, and had a quick 30-second timeout. Marshall will throw it in for the Falcons. And Normie and Bellinger there. Hughes takes the inbounds back out top to Bellinger. Top of the circle for St. Albert. A minute in, Atlantic up 2-0 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Bellinger at the top, guarded by Grant Petty. He'll lob it to Marmy, left wing back top to Bellinger. He'll fire a deep three, missed the shot. Rebound tipped in the hands of Narmy. St. Albert keeps it, baseline Hughes, he'll launch it, good. Hughes with the triple. St. Albert grabs a 3-2 lead. Atlantic to the front court, lob low to Reed Woodward. Woodward will drive in, shot no, foul called. Boy, they're going to Woodward inside. The big guy drew a foul again.
Yeah, they're getting it inside there, and you can see the St. Albert coach there on hands straight up, and Reed's doing a good job so far controlling that ball and putting it up and drawing the foul.
Woodward is 10 of 20 for the free throw line to make him 11 of 21, and he's 3 for 3 tonight, and he'll tie the game at 3-3 here early on the Seed Pro scoreboard. His second free throw coming up at 6:42 to go. He'll lob it up and in. Reed Woodward 4 for 4 for the line. Atlantic with a 4-3 lead. Falcons with a basketball in the front court. It's Bellinger, the point guard. A junior for St. Albert, top of the circle. The bounce pass, high post, Colt Spencer. Spencer on the drive on Reed Woodward. Layup up and good. Spencer with a nice drive and a bucket. 5-4. Falcons with the lead. Spencer with the basket, and we've got a whistle. And a foul against Woodward, I believe, away from the ball. And we'll check that.
Yeah, I think it was 2-4.
There's not a 2-4.
It's on Woodward. He just kind of an elbow out of the way. So
here comes the Falcons. Bellinger bounce pass, high post to Colt Spencer, the freshman post. Spencer hands off to Hughes. Ball loose. Stolen by Hudson McLaren. It goes out of bounds, and now we're going to give it to Atlantic.
And that was just a good hustle there by Atlantic. And I like Coach Franken. These guys need to work hard for 32 minutes straight, and let's see what happens.
5-4. St. Albert with a 1-point lead of the Seed Pro scoreboard. Nice job by Hudson McLaren to clear the half-court line on the bounce. Heavy pressure by Hughes. Back out top to Gavin McLaren. Baseline Kenny Jewell. He'll launch the three. Too strong. Rebound Joe Hughes for St. Albert. He'll kick it out to Marshall. Owen Marshall, top of the circle. Marshall backs up, 5:46 to go in the first. Marshall high post to Colt Spencer. Spencer on the drive, spinning, shooting, missing. Rebound Woodward, and Narmy gets it back, and we got a foul call, I believe.
That might be on Woodward again.
It might be on Woodward again. And that'd be his second.
That is his second.
Reed fighting. So 2 fouls on Woodward out of the gate. 5:37 to go first quarter. 5-4 St. Albert on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Free throw good by Narmy. Narmy's second coming up. He's a 66% free throw shooter. Sawyer Terrell will come in for Atlantic. And out goes Woodward with 2 fouls. Second free throw for Narmy is on the way, and it is good. Well, he made them both. He is 2. 7-4 in favor of the Falcons. Atlantic with the basketball. McLaren across the timeline on the bounce. Loaded heavily by Joe Hughes. Hand off to Grant Petty. Petty high post to Gavin McLaren. He hasn't had a look yet. Gavin Hill pushes way in. Ball stripped and stolen by Marshall. Tipped out of bounds. Last touched by Gavin McLaren. St. Albert's basketball with 5:18 to go in the first quarter of the Seed Pro scoreboard. And Owen Marshall will throw it in. Atlantic drops back in a half-court man-to-man. Bellinger top of the circle. Over to Hughes, left wing. Out top to Narmy. Narmy finds Marshall, right side of the key. Marshall driving, kick out top. Bellinger for 3, got it.
Well, that was a deep one there.
And it's a 10-4 St. Albert lead, and Bellinger, who's averaging 13.8 a game, just knocked down his 42nd three-point shot of the year. We're back in half a minute on KS 95.7 FM.
People spend their life building wealth and neglecting their health, only to wish they could trade their wealth for better health at the end. This is Dr. Fritz Beyer, and it has now been over 30 years since my first chiropractic adjustment. I still get asked, do you get adjusted? Absolutely. I try to get adjusted at least once a month. I'm 47 now and still try to stay as active as ever. While I do get a few more aches and pains than when I was younger, it feels great to be able to step on the mat and help kids learning to wrestle. Chiropractic has helped me feel young enough to do it. If staying active is part of your future plans, call 254-BODY to get your body back to the basics.
At Seed Pros, our mission is to be your business partner every day of every season.
Pioneer Hybrid International was founded in Iowa back in 1926 and is still American today. Not many other seed providers can make that claim.
We partner with you to continually push the limits by combining elite seed genetics, local infield knowledge, along with customer service second to none.
We are with you from the word go. Contact Mark Van Tiger, Gary Dinkla, Nick Knudsen, or John Becker to partner with a team that puts your business needs first.
Atlantic's basketball, 10-4 Falcon lead in the Seed Pro scoreboard. Just under 5 to play in the first quarter. Gavin McLaren will dribble across the half-court line for Atlantic. Back out top to Kennick Jewell. Swings it right wing to Terrell. Down low to Gavin. And Gavin driving in. Shot up. Good! Gavin just a little high percentage shot from the right side of the bucket. Makes it a 10-6 Falcon advantage. The Trojans cut the lead to 4 in the Seed Pros. Bellinger drives. They'll wing it out top to Narmy. He'll take it all the way in. Layup is good.
Yeah, he's been tough inside so far.
Narmy just attacking the rim. 12-6 Falcons. 4:20 to go first quarter. Down low to Gavin McLaren. Step back 10-footer of the baseline. No good. Rebound. Owen Marshall for the Falcons. He'll bring it to the front to Bellinger. Top of the circle, right wing. Bellinger down inside. Marshall runs right into Gavin McLaren. Player control foul. Atlantic's ball back. Good job by Gavin McLaren.
Yeah, he had his feet set there, and it's a pretty solid, pretty solid set.
Gavin is so physical that he didn't want to set his feet too solid because people just bounce off of him. So I think
or break.
It might have been just a little softer knees there, Cody. Hudson McLaren with the basketball. Ahead to Gavin McLaren against the full court press. Spencer guarding McLaren. And he'll bring it across the half-court line of the bounce for Atlantic. Back out top to Hudson McLaren. Hudson, baseline, Grant Petty. He'll fire the three short. Rebound, Hudson McLaren, put back, good!
Great job by Hudson being there, following up on that shot.
Atlantic closes it within 4 points. 12-8, St. Albert of the Seed Pros scoreboard, 3.5 to go. Down low, Bellinger, reverse layup block. Sweeping in is Hughes to get the rebound. He'll put it up and in. 14-8, Falcons. Atlantic against that full court man-to-man press. Jewell across the timeline for the Trojans, top of the circle. And a foul called on Nick Bellinger, the 6'1 junior point guard. Atlantic will inbounds from the half-court line. Down by 6. 3:19 to go, first quarter. 4 fouls on the Falcons, 3 on Atlantic. 2 of those are Woodward, who's sitting. Jewell, top of the circle. Driving in, kicks it right baseline. Terrell for 3, good! 14-11, Terrell brings Atlantic within 3 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. 3 minutes left, first quarter. Bellinger high and right to Marshall. Marshall looks inside to Colt Spencer. The foul called on Terrell, reaching foul. Colt Spencer, a 6'3 freshman. He's going to shoot a pair with 2:52 to go here in this first quarter. Spencer with 2 points here in the ball game. He's averaging 9.78. A 49% free throw shooter. He makes the first one. 15-11. Falcons on the Seed Pros scoreboard. His second free throw forthcoming with 2:52 to go in the first frame. That ball's in flight. That ball's good. 16-11 is Spencer now with 4 points for St. Albert. Atlantic with the basketball. Grant Petty across the timeline. 2:46, 2:45 to play first quarter. Petty, baseline. All the way Jay from 10. Can't get it to go. Rebound Marshall. He'll pass ahead to Bellinger. And that goes out of bounds. Atlantic gets the ball back on the turnover. So Petty will toss it in. 16-11 Falcons with the lead on the Seed Pro scoreboard. It's Terrell with the ball. Now Hudson McLaren, I should say, brings it across the half-court line. On the bounce, pulls up, kick out Jewell. Jewell off the screen, dribbles left, elbow, double team trap. Reach in on Narmi. He wanted to sell the jump, but it was already too late. The officials already said sold. And that'll put Jewell on the line for a pair. That's the 5th foul on St. Albert, and Cooper Hamilton will come in, a 6'2 freshman. As Narmi goes out with the foul. Jewell's free throw good. His first points of the game. 16-12. Trojans shrink the Falcons' lead to 4 with 2:22 to go. Second free throw in the air, in the bucket. 16-13, Jewell with 2. Atlantic 6 for 6 from the line here this first quarter. Falcons front court, down inside is Spencer, and he throws it away. Steal by Hudson McLaren. Back out top to Jewell. 2:05 to go, first quarter. The Seed Pros scoreboard. 16-13. Falcons high post. Hudson McLaren attacking. Kicks it right to Terrell, and he saves it. Inside to Gavin McLaren. He's too far under, and the ball stripped away by Bellinger. Out to Marshall. Falcons on the move. Out to Bellinger for 3. Good. Bellinger 2 threes here in the ballgame. 19-13. Waning moments now, the first quarter. Jewell bounce pass Gavin McLaren high and right. Gavin holds the ball with 1:29 to go the first quarter. Right baseline to Hudson McLaren. Back right wing to Grant Petty, driving, falling, shooting, missing. Rebound comes off to Hamilton for St. Albert. The pass ahead to Hughes. Joe Hughes back to Hamilton, top of the circle. Hamilton, Bellinger, high and left. On the dribble. Down low, and Kenny Jewell with the steal. He jumped the passing lane.
That was a great job there by Jewell reading that pass.
Jewell attacks the rim, layup, good! Jewell goes coast to coast, makes the bucket. 19-15. The Seed Pros scoreboard, St. Albert with the lead. 49 seconds to go, first quarter. Joe Hughes bouncing top of the circle. Looking for a cutter and finds a give it a go inside to Joe Hughes. He'll lay it up and in, and he's fouled. So Hughes gets the 2 and 1. 21-15 with 39 seconds to go in the first quarter. And checking in for Coach Cannon will be Kane Hughes, a 6'2 junior. Falcons have gone with 7 players here in this first half. On the line, Hughes trying to make the 3-point play, and he missed the free throw. Rebound, Gavin McLaren. So Joe Hughes was 7. Atlantic in the front, 21-15 Falcons. Half a minute to go in the first stanza. Kenny Jewell, top of the circle. Off the screen from Gavin McLaren. Double teamed and almost threw it away. Gavin with the pass catch. Back out top to Gavin. Guarded by Spencer. He'll drive inside, layup up. Good! 21-17 Atlantic. They're able to get to that 4-point differential, and St. Albert seems to have an answer at that point. 6 seconds, 5 in the first quarter. And the pass over near side. The 3 ball at the buzzer, no good by Hughes. And that's it. St. Albert leading Atlantic 21-17 here after 1 quarter play. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
To be, no one has time for a break.
Stein delivers more new genetics faster. Our focus on delivering higher yielding genetics faster than the competition is why we have released more new Enlist E3 lines in the past 5 years than any other seed company. For elite genetics paired with simple, flexible, and effective weed control, plant Stein Enlist E3 soybeans. Stein has yield. 45 years of yield. Learn more at steinseed.com.
Hey there, this is Tanner from your Atlantic IV, and I've got some exciting news to share. Thanks to your feedback, we're currently rated the friendliest Hy-Vee in the entire company. That's a huge honor, and on behalf of the whole team, thank you to everyone who's taken time to share their thoughts. Did you know you can leave feedback too? Just check the link on the bottom of your Hy-Vee receipt or in your email after a purchase. Whether it's a compliment or constructive criticism, I love reading our surveys and making sure we're always improving. And as always, thank you for shopping your Atlantic Hy-Vee.
Quarter, a 21-17 Falcon lead, and the ball belongs to Atlantic to start the second quarter here. Petty will throw it in for the Trojans. Atlantic got a three from Terrell. That was big, and they come within four, and then Falcons seem to have an answer. Atlantic with Hudson McLaren high and right. Right baseline. McLaren at the top, now left side to Terrell. Ball scoops across the paint. Kicking called by St. Albert. Falcons come out with Kane Hughes. Hamilton is out there. Ben Cron also in there, so they have three guys off the bench starting second quarter. Jewell with it, and he threw it away. Right there, that young lady with the drink in her hand.
Hopefully it's still in her hand.
It's still in her hand, thank goodness. Walking up the sideline. There's a throw in. Hudson McLaren high and left. Baseline Terrell back to McLaren. He'll fire into Gavin across the paint to Petty, and it was stolen away. A dangerous pass, and it exploded on Atlantic there. So now with the basketball, Ben Cron top of the circle. Coach Cannon going into his bench here. Hamilton with it, high and right. Back out top to Bellinger. He'll fire a triple, no good. He's got two of those. Rebound Grant Petty for Atlantic. I'm not sure Petty, I think he's got one shot attempt on the baseline.
He's had a couple there, short jumpers on the right side of the basket there, just neither one have fallen.
Denton had a lot of touches on the offensive end. High post Gavin McLaren, baseline Terrell. He'll launch the three, no good, too strong. And the rebound ripped down by the Falcons, Kane Hughes. Ball belongs to St. Albert. 6:55 to go second quarter. 21-17 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Falcons had a 6-point lead, 10-4. And it's pretty much been a 4-point game in that first quarter. Hamilton high and right. Bounce pass inside to Owen Marshall. Back to Hamilton for three. He nailed it. Cooper Hamilton with a triple. That's a big one. 24-17, St. Albert. Atlantic in the front court. Baseline to Terrell. Terrell back into Gavin McLaren. He'll go to work. Shot up and good. I think you go to McLaren.
You do, but getting two and then giving them three, it just isn't going to work.
Yeah, good point. 24-19, Falcons with the Seed Pros driving inside, and spinning is Cron. He gets the two with contact. 26-19, 7-point lead for St. Albert. Gavin McLaren high post. He'll take it to the rim again. This time he runs right over Owen Marshall. He's going to be called for the player control foul. He knew it. He just jogs the other end. Yeah, well.
Get out of the way next time.
You're going to say the same thing. Yeah, good job by Marshall to keep his footing on that big guy. Gavin, 6'2", 245. He's alone in there. 6:03 to play first half. 26-19, Falcons with a 7-point lead in the Seed Pros scoreboard. Pass right wing. Kane Hamilton inside to Marshall. Shot up and good. Owen Marshall now with his first 2 points of the game. It's 28-19. Falcons, Atlantic in the front with Jewell. Hudson McLaren throws it away. Tipped to Joe Hughes. High and left. Now back out top to Marshall. Marshall looks for a cutter. Now on the dribble down the lane. Kicks it left wing to Hughes. Hughes fires a three. Missed the shot. Rebound Marshall. His putback is no good. Petty battling for it. Marshall gets it back. Ball ricochets loose. Petty grabs it for Atlantic. Kick out to Jewell. Atlantic has possession. Two missed shots by St. Albert. That attempt, Jewell traveling almost and shoots it up no good.
Rebound comes off to Marshall. Shot there.
Yeah, that was forced shot, and we've got a whistle. The referee's timeout. I think Kenny took it to the mouth here. Got a bloody mouth.
Well, and I mean, so on our end of the court, there was some looked like elbow twisting there, and he kind of jumped back like he'd got hit in the face, and he must have got caught an elbow in the mouth.
5:08 to go here in this first half of the Save Pro scoreboard. Falcons up 28-19. Kane Hughes inbounds to Joe Hughes, back to Kane. Shot no good. Rebound inside, good by Owen Marshall. Had great position.
Deep three there, and it bounced right back to St. Albert.
30-19. High post Gab McLaren. He'll drive inside a hopscotch, and he's lose the ball out of bounds. Last touch by the Falcons. 4:51 left to go first half of the Save Pro scoreboard. 30-19 in favor of the Falcons. 4:51 left second quarter.
That was another, fairly physical drive by Gavin, but he kept it under control there and was able to draw the foul that time.
I don't know if they could set him up the low block and see what kind of work he could do as well. Hudson back out to Gavin. He'll toss up a three, no good. Rebound long to Jewell. Jewell baseline drive, circles out to Hudson McLaren. He'll fire the three. Good! Hudson.
Good for Hudson. He needs to continue to do that. He's got the ability for sure.
And a nice stroke, a baseline triple for Atlantic. 30-22, Falcons by 8 on the Save Pro scoreboard. Just under 4.5 to play here in the second quarter. Joe Hughes driving inside for the Falcons. Shot up good. Boy, Hughes getting his points, 32-22. Joe Hughes averaging 5.8 a game, but he's got 9 already. Here's Hudson again for three. Rebound, Terrell, put back is good.
I think that was just a pass, Tom.
I won't argue with you. 32-24. Falcons in the front court, back out top to Joe Hughes. He wanted the triple, covered by Petty. He'll hand it off. Top of the circle to Cron. Ben Cron back out to Bellinger, the top of the key. 3:48, 3:47, 3:46 to go in the first half. Bellinger on the bounce. Will drive inside, and a foul called on Terrell. Holding foul at the 3:41 mark to go in the second quarter. Halftime, we'll hear from Coach Dan Vargason, and we'll have wrestling results too from Central Decatur.
Villa Dance and...
Well, yeah, they'll be back, you think, huh?
Yeah.
They do such a great job. Petty is out. Woodward is out. Jewell is in for Atlantic, and Gavin McLaren. Hunter Nelson back in the game. Here's a throw in by this Falcon. Steal by Hudson McLaren. A great job by Hudson. Pass ahead to Gavin. Gavin holds the ball out to Jewell. He's open. He'll fire the three from the top. No good. Rebound, Kennick Jewell. Bounce pass out top to Hudson McLaren. And we've got a whistle.
Blood.
The unofficial. Oh, yeah. Kennick, he's broke open that cut again. He's going to have to come out. They're going to have to get something on that lip of his. The officials coming over here to see what they can do.
Maybe a
Coach Dalton wants to keep him in if he can.
0 to 3-month-old diaper with some duct tape.
He may take that. That's what a gash he's got on his lip.
Yeah, he's like I said, I think he took an elbow there.
No doubt. Kennick, top of the circle to bounce. He stays in. Dribbles right side of the key, all the way around. Baseline. Terrell for three. Too strong. And Spencer, the freshman, runs it down for the Falcons with 3:15 to go first half. An 8-point Falcon lead. 32-24, the Save Pro scoreboard. Bellinger on the dribble. Pulls up, fires a three off the mark. And the rebound, Joe Hughes. That was a hustle play by Hughes. Out to Bellinger for three. Got it.
Yeah, you get another shot from the exact same spot. You kind of have an idea of what your distance is there.
35-24. And Coach Dalton Franken calls a timeout after that third three-point shot by Bellinger. We're back right after these.
When you're on the go, it's all about convenience. Add fantastic food, beverages, plus BP superior fuels, and you have Olson's BP in Atlantic. From sunup to sundown, we're the Keep You Going store. From our loaded breakfast burritos and Bunker Dunker donuts to our delicious Champs chicken and pizza to go, we have the food you crave. Don't forget the cold beer in the beer cave. Stop in and fill her up. There's always something you need at Olson's BP, the Keep You Going store, 2nd and Locust in Atlantic.
Tom Robinson and Cody Weaver with you here in Atlantic. Cody running the camera. Color commentating, he does it all. Wrestling coverage tomorrow, play-by-play from Cody Weaver from Hawkeye 10. 35-24. Falcons by 11. Athletics basketball after Dalton Franken's timeout. Trojans handle the ball out top to Hudson McLaren. Baseline Petty. He'll fire a triple. No good. Rebound ripped down by Owen Marshall for St. Albert. The Falcons to the front. With an 11-point lead. They'll pass out to Bellinger, the top of the circle, the junior point guard. He'll bounce pass high to Spencer. Give it a go into Hughes. Joe Hughes layup good. Boy, Hughes had a good first half. 37-24. Falcons pulling away. Late second quarter, Jewell driving, runner no good, short. The rebound comes out the tail out to Hudson for three, too strong. Gavin rebound, I think he cleared the path inside. He's called for his second foul. 2:08 to go, first half. Here comes Reed Woodward, he's got two. 37-24. Terrell comes out. Falcons by 13 of the Seed Pro scoreboard. Joe Hughes with 11. Nick Bellinger with 9. Those are the perimeter players. And they've got the bulk of the scoring. Right side of Bellinger. Inside Colt Spencer. Layup is good.
Pretty quick shot right there. Nice touch.
39-24. Falcons by 15. 1:48 to go first half. Kenny Jewell driving all the way down. Layup up and no good, but he's fouled. 1:43 in the clock of the first half. Falcons took a Atlantic took a 2-0 lead on Reed Woodward's 2 free throws. Falcons had hit a 3. Actually, it was a 2 to make it 2-2. Then 3-3 and 5-4 game. Falcons then want to run a 7-1 to make it 10-4. And then it's just been, it was close, you know, within 4 each time. Jewell makes both free throws for Atlantic. Trojans perfect from the line. 39-29. Falcons basketball. Baseline Spencer. Against Woodward, drives in, lays it up, no good. Rebound, Gab McLaren for Atlantic. Out of traffic to Hudson McLaren with 1:25 to go. First half, Hudson, baseline Petty. Outside of Jewell, he'll fire up a 3. God!
And we needed that. At least tighten it up to 10 here.
39-29. And a timeout called by Coach Cannon with $1:10 to go here in this second quarter. Hey, we'll take it with them. We're back right after these at 95.7 FM and your live video stream, westerniowatoday.com.
Southwest Iowa Transit Agency helps all residents in our 8-county region get...
When you're on the go, it's all about convenience. Add fantastic food, beverages, plus BP Superior Fuels, and you have Olson's BP in Atlantic. From sunup to sundown, we're the keep-you-going store. From our loaded breakfast burritos and Bunker Dunker donuts to our delicious Champs chicken and pizza to go, we have the food you crave. Don't forget the cold beer in the beer cave. Stop in and fill her up. There's always something you need at Olson's BP, the keep-you-going store, 2nd and Locust in Atlantic.
95.7 and live stream at westerniowatoday.com.
39-29, Falcons by 10 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Joe Hughes with 11, Nick Bellinger with 9 to lead St. Albert. Owen Marshall will throw it in after the timeout by Coach Cannon. He'll get out top now to Hamilton playing the point guard. Hamilton on the bounce, baseline to Bellinger. His 3 3-point shots, loops it into Spencer. Spencer, a little jump stop against Reed Woodward. Down low to Hamilton, layup is good. Great play.
Quick play as well, but again, good touch there.
Hamilton with 5, he has a 3-pointer, 41-29, St. Albert. 40 seconds to go in the half. Jewell, top of the circle. Finds a seam, slithers in, layup no good. Rebound Petty, put back. God, nice job by Grant Petty.
Yeah, nice and strong right there.
41-31, back to a 10-point advantage for the Falcons. Under a half a minute to go in the second quarter. Girls wrestling results coming up during a halftime break. Bellinger dribbling out the time. 16 on the clock. About a second difference in game clock and shot clock. Bellinger driving, lays it up at 7, missed the shot. Ball goes out top to Hamilton. His shot up and no good. And we got a foul called with 1 second to go on the clock. It's going to be on Atlantic, and that's going to be 5. That's going to put Hamilton on the free throw line for a pair. Tough break for the Trojans.
Yeah, that's 2 on Terrell. No, that's on Hudson. Sorry.
But you give Hamilton those 2 free throws here at the end of the half. Hamilton's free throw is good. Cooper Hamilton off the bench. He's had a solid first half for Coach Cannon. Hamilton, just a freshman, a 47% free throw shooter, averaging almost 7 points a game. His free throw is too strong. Gab McLaren rebounds, and that's it. 42-31. Falcons with the lead here at the halftime break. Trojans offensively, maybe one of their better first halves, Cody Weaver.
Yeah, they came out. Most of the shots were from the outside, it seemed like, or the long distance 2-point range. There was a few shots there in the paint. Just need to continue to work.
So a 11-point lead for the Falcons here after 1 half of play. Our halftime brought to you by Olson's BP and Olson's Fuel. We'll add up the numbers and recap the first half. Bill Dance is here as well. We're back right after this from Olson's BP.
At Rolling Hills Bank and Trust, we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We've been dedicated to our communities for over 35 years. From real estate and ag loans to personal and commercial banking, we offer a full range of financial services tailored to meet your needs. We believe in giving back and being involved in the communities we serve. Stop into one of our 12 convenient locations or visit us.
Go back to Atlantic. A lot of activity going on. A great night here at Atlantic High School with the honoring of Amber Gibson by the Iowa High School Athletic Directors Association. Pink out night as well. Atlantic Kid girls basketball coach Dan Vargason with us here now, and Cody will get to the wrestling coverage coming up here in a moment as well. And Coach, I've got to say, really digging your the pink shirt. I know it's for a great cause. And those pink shoes, where do you get all that stuff?
Well, the t-shirt I think I got at Kohl's. Shoes, Amazon. They were special. I Googled it, $50.
They're awesome.
They're a steal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you got to do when you're a teacher. You got to find those deals, man. So, yeah, no, they were lucky. But, no, like you said, great cause. You know, Stephanie Kelly, gets diagnosed with cancer. So anything we can do to support, that's what we're going to do. Usually we give to the American Cancer Society, but when someone in our community needs the support, that's what we're going to do, 100%.
Well, Coach, let's talk about the game and really a battle. I know certainly closed the gap from the first time you played. Your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, obviously first quarter, second quarter, not what we wanted to do to start the game. Very slow start. Really struggled to score in the first quarter. I think we had like 5 points. And then as the game started to go, we started to get a little bit more comfortable. You can't simulate the pressure that they bring in practice. They're the reason they're the #1 team in the state of Iowa. So it took us about a quarter and a half to get settled in. And they just kind of took it to us. But then second quarter, once we started to get a little bit more comfortable, we went on a little bit of a run to end the half and cut it to 7. I think they had it up to 12, and we cut it down to 7. And then third quarter, we came out and we took the lead early on, and we relaxed. That was the biggest thing. We just tried to get them calmed down at halftime. We made 0 adjustments. I mean, we made no changes. It was just get the girls relaxed and execute the game plan, and then just play. That's all it came down to. Is they played us man-to-man. We knew we had some advantages. We knew we could get to the basket, and we did.
9-0 run to start the second half. That was big. You took a 4-point lead. Eventually fell short by 10, but what can you say about the way your team performed against the full-court man-to-man press? Sure, there were some turnovers, but they never seemed to panic at all.
Yeah, like I said, after the first about 10 minutes, the first 10, I'd say we did panic. But then we calmed back down, and then we didn't. And that's what we told the girls to do is we knew we were going to turn the ball over. This is a team that creates that, but you can't just give them the silly ones. When we lost the game tonight, I think at the free throw line, honestly, we shot 52%, and we normally shoot over 60 or 70%. We missed some layups, we missed some transition opportunities, and they made free throws. It wasn't a 10-point game. They hit shots at the end from the free throw line when we fouled them. It was a more 2-3-point game. So I'm really proud of the way that we battled and we fought tonight. I'd love to play him again. It was just one of those good nights. It was good for our girls to have some confidence. We don't like moral victories, but we competed. Last time we played, we lost by almost 30 to this team. So being with them tooth and nail down to the stretch, we're happy about that.
Closing the gap. McKenna Schrader at 20 points. We'll start with her.
Yeah, she played phenomenal, and I got to give her a lot of credit. She went through an awful lot. She's been sick lately, and she was really close with the Leonard family. So, she was at a funeral today, and she's been missing them, for things that's going on. So, credit to her. That just shows some mental toughness and character, and she's been voted captain by her teammates all season. We vote weekly. That's how we decide our captains. So, you need a kid like that to step up and lead. And with what she's going through, it says a lot about her character. So I'm really proud of her for battling. Very happy for her.
And then Katrina Williams, 8. Peyton Harder, 18. You got the inside-outside game tonight, then.
Yeah, we knew that Ava Underwood's good in the paint.
Yeah.
But we knew we had 2 players that are good in the paint. She can't guard both of them. So we wanted to target whoever she wasn't on, and Katrina and Peyton both did well. Senior night tonight, too, and so we got to get some points for Peyton on senior night. We also got to get McKenna Sontag in. We got to foul at the end, and that's her specialty. So it's good to get her on the floor for that. But, our inside game got going. Unfortunately, we couldn't get Zoe going, too. But when you play a pressure team, the point guard's going to see the majority of that, and she did a great job of getting us into our offense. When you play a team like that, you don't get to score a lot as a point guard. So I was really happy the way that she played, got us into our sets. And last time we played them, she turned the ball over a lot and was really rattled. So tonight, to see the growth on Zoe and her mindset was awesome to see that.
Coach, we'll wrap up the week here. A big win on Tuesday against Preston.
Yeah, last time we played them, it was a tight game. It was a 4-point win, and we went down to their place and won by 19, and we didn't shoot the ball well. It was all inside against a packed-in 2-3. Only hit a couple threes, so when you can win a game hitting 3 threes against a packed-in 2-3, you feel pretty good about that. And we turned the ball over quite a bit in that game, too. That's just what we do. I guess it's our forte, but we're finding ways to win in that situation. It put us on another win streak, and we felt good coming into this. And now we turn around and have a good week, and now we got to turn around and start off with Xyrie HK. Yes. And it's Tom Peterson coach team. They're going to be a good basketball team. They have a lot of momentum. They're like 14-3 and playing good basketball. So it's another good test. That's why we picked them up. We want to be ready for postseason. What better way than to play a really good local team?
Right, Red Oak Tuesday, and then Genesis Sleswig Friday. Harlan, February 11th at Wells Fargo Arena.
Yeah, and I'm going to ask right now for our fans to show up. I know they're weird game times. Find a way. It's not every day we get to go to these games and have these opportunities. It'd mean a lot to get out there. Again, I know it's weird times, but, come out to Wells Fargo Arena. It'd be really disappointing to get to go to this game and see all red there. So it'd be really nice to have a lot of black and gold behind us. $10 tickets. That's all over social media. The link's been sent out and shared out. If you don't know how to find it, get a hold of me, get a hold of the school. But let's get butts and seats at Wells Fargo Arena and turn it black and gold. Give our kids something to feel really good about. It's a great opportunity.
3:45 boys, girls game to follow. Coach, thank you very much. Appreciate you, all you do, and we'll see you Monday at Elkhorn.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
You bet. Atlantic head coach Dan Vargason joining us here on the post-game show. And it is actually the halftime show brought to you by Olson's BP and Olson Fuel. Cody Weaver will have a report from Central Decatur right after this.
One large single-topping Godfather's pizza? How about 2 large single-topping Godfather's pizza? The Olson's BP February special is 2 large single-topping Godfather's pizzas for just $24. So head on down to Olson's BP in Atlantic for the February special. 2 large single-topping pizzas for just $24. Olson's BP, the Keep You Going store.
Welcome back to Atlantic. Cody Weaver, Tom Robinson. And we're at halftime. Falcons 41, Atlantic 31 of this Hawkeye 10 Conference boys game. Big thanks to Dan Vargason for joining us here between halves. And we're going to go to Cody Weaver now. Cody, I know we've got the regional girls wrestling tournament going on in Leon at Central Decatur High School, and give us an update here.
Well, the 6 girls from Atlantic that are participating at 115 pounds, Cadence Kinsey made the finals. She did lose by Tech Fall. On her way there, she upended the number 2 seed, but the number 4 seed beat the 2 seed in the wrestle back. So Cadence is going to have to wrestle for a true second against the number 4 seed coming into the tournament. At 130 pounds, Haley Huffman had lost out on the backside. At 140, Olivia Knuth, being her first year in wrestling, she had an outstanding tournament, working her way all the way back, to the semifinals there on the backside, eventually losing to the semifinal loser on the front side, moved back there. Lily Johnson, 145, ended up losing her last match by fall in a minute 11 to Koenig of Pleasantville. We still to come here in this championship side, we've got Leah Thomas at 155 and Haley Armstrong at 235. So they're working their way through the brackets there on the championship side. So hopefully by the end of the game, we'll have the results there of 155, 235, and then we'll see if we can maybe catch that wrestleback match here at 115.
Okay, very good, Cody. Thank you so much for that. We're at halftime here, and it's St. Albert 42, Atlantic 31. As we take a look at the scoring, we'll start off with the Falcons. Joe Hughes had 11 points in the first half. Nick Bellinger with 9. Owen Marshall with 4. Noah Darren with a pair of 4 points. And Colt Spencer with 6. Cooper Hamilton in the first half had 6. And Ben Cron off the bench with 2. St. Albert from the free throw line, they shot 2, 4, 6, 7. They're 5 of 7 from the line in that first half. And it's 21-17 after 1. And the lead by 11 here at the halftime break. For Atlantic in scoring, it is Hudson McLaren with 5 points. He has a 3. Atlantic with 3 threes in the first half. St. Albert with 5, 3 of those coming from Nick Bellinger. But McLaren has 5 points. One of those a 3-point shot. Kenny Jewell has 9 points here in this first half for Atlantic. And he's got a 3-point shot. Grant Petty with a pair. Gab McLaren with 6. Reed Woodward 4 for 4 from the free throw line. And Sawyer Terrell, the 6-foot senior off the bench with 5. Atlantic is perfect shooting free throws thanks to Jewell and Woodward. They're both 4 for 4 from the line here in that first half. Trojans 3 3-pointers, I believe. And we mentioned that 31 first half points, probably the highest performance we've seen this year, because Atlantic coming in, Cody Weaver, averaged about 47 points a game.
Yeah, I mean, they had a good first half. We'll see what we can do. It'd be nice to see some more threes there in the second half. And St. Albert's has been tough, from the outside. And inside the paint, they've got pretty good moves there, also very quick.
Second half will get underway here in just a little bit. We'll take a timeout. Our halftime show brought to you by Olson's BP and Olson's Fuel, the Keep You Going company, and your home for great Godfather's Pizza.
Get ready for a fresh start at Greg Young Atlantic. Our Greg Young Fresh Start program helps you hit the road with confidence, overcome credit challenges with personalized financing, and a wide selection of great vehicles. Visit us today to find your brand new Chevy, GMC, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, or Ram. Or check out our huge pre-owned selection at GregYoungAtlantic.com and GregYoungCDJRAtlantic.com. And to apply. Don't miss out on this incredible offer. Here at Greg Young, we go the extra mile for you.
Oak Point Wealth Management is making important changes to better serve you. Wealth Manager Aaron Friend is proud to announce that Oak Point Wealth has partnered with LPL Financial, providing comprehensive tools and resources to support your financial goals. Aaron remains committed to serving Southwest Iowa with personalized service backed by LPL's dynamic technology and investment platform.
I'm excited to embrace independence and keep my focus on what matters most, my clients' best interests.
Visit www.oakpointwealth.com, 712-207-3521 to learn more about how Oak Point Wealth Management can help you pursue your financial goals.
Independent Wealth Manager, I'm excited to partner with LPL Financial, bringing you comprehensive tools and resources backed by personalized service and dynamic technology. My focus remains on helping you achieve your financial goals with integrity and care. Visit oakpointwealth.com or call me, Erin Friend, at 712-207-3521 to learn more.
Visit www.oakpointwealth.com, 712-207-3521 to learn more about how Oak Point Wealth Management can help you pursue your financial goals.
The Cass Health Med Spa is a private, elegant retreat that offers aesthetic dermatology services and professional-grade skincare products. Our team provides appointments for Botox, dermal fillers, and resurfacing treatments. And we recently added esthetician services including diamond glow dermabrasion, facials, waxing, brow tinting, eyelash tints and lifts, and exfoliating treatments. Now open Tuesday through Thursday, the Cass Health Med Spa team is ready to help you look and feel your best. Learn more and schedule your appointments online at casshealth.org/medspa.
Now, back to Atlantic Trojan basketball on KS 95.7 and live streamed at westerniowatoday.com.
Welcome back to Atlantic. 42-31. We're at halftime. St. Albert with the lead over the Trojans. We do owe you a station identification. You're listening to high school basketball on KSWI Atlantic.
7 is KSWI Atlantic, a proud part of Meredith Communications, KS 95.7.
Girls game, it was St. Albert winning that one by 10, 53-43, much better than that 30-point loss they had in December just before the break, and really a competitive game and not a bad game going here. The Falcons able to get a run going there in that second quarter. Atlantic had closed the gap to 21-17 after one, and St. Albert opened up a 35-24 lead. The largest lead was 39-24, so credit the Trojans for coming back. That 15-point deficit, down by 11 here, but they did close within single digits, Cody.
Yeah, and I mean, there's definitely the opportunity there to tighten it up and make it a game by the end. Still a lot of time left here. So
we come out. Woodward, McLaren for Atlantic. That's Gavin Hudson McLaren out there with Grant Petty, Kennick Jewell for St. Albert. Owen Marshall was out there. Narmi, Bellinger, Hughes, and Colt Spencer, the freshman post. Your starters out there for Spencer or for St. Albert. Out top to Spencer, top of the circle. We're underway second half. Spencer spins around. Right side to Narmi driving in. He's got trapped inside. Kick out top Bellinger. Bellinger in the first half with 3 3-point shots. Loops the pass to Spencer. Layup no good. Rebound Marshall. Petty with a foul. And that'll put, I believe, it'll put Marshall the free throw line for a pair, Cody. Here we go.
Yeah, and that one was on Jewell.
Well, check that, Jewell. Thank you. That's just his first.
Right, and we don't need another one on Petty.
Well, I knew Petty was slapping at him too in there, and thank you for the verification. And Marshall's free throw is good. Marshall with 5 points for the Falcons, 43-31, and they made it 44-31 St. Albert. 2 free throws made by Owen Marshall. Atlantic with them all in the front court, just underway second half. Gavin McLaren back out top to Jewell. High and right to Hudson. McLaren into Gavin. And Gavin drives inside. Muscles one up. Good. Gavin McLaren with 8, averaging 13, 44-33. Back to an 11-point deficit. 7:17 to play here in this third quarter. They go high and right inside. Marshall back out top. Colt Spencer for 3. Missed a shot. Rebound, fought for, ball loose, a scramble and a scrum. Narmi comes up with it for St. Albert, back out to Bellinger. Bellinger leaves it off for Narmi. He'll fire up a triple left side, good. And Narmi with a big 3, 47-33. That's a huge 3-point shot for St. Albert. Back to a 13-point lead. Atlantic in the front court. Gavin McLaren high and right, back out top to Jewell. He'll launch a triple, in and out. Rebound Narmi. He'll bring it across to Bellinger, top of the circle. He'll go between the rings. Bounce pass, high post, Narmi. Narmi out top. Marshall for two. Can't get it to go. Good block out by Gavin McLaren. He'll get it out to Jewell. He'll bring it across left to right. Baseline pass, Grant Petty. Back out top to Jewell. Jewell on the dribble. Lowe's on the double team. Baseline Petty open. Fires the three. Missed the shot. Marshall, Spider-Man arms the rebound. He gets it out right side of Bellinger. He's high and right with under 6 to go third quarter. Bellinger on the drive. All the way down. Loops it down to Marshall. Marshall double teamed. Squeezes in. Shoots it and scores. It gets the foul.
That one, I believe, will be on Petty.
Marshall with 4 points here in this second half. And now the score goes to, should be 49, I believe, 33, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. 49-33. Marshall at the free throw line. He's 2 for 2 for the Falcons. The 65% free throw shooter. He makes the free throws. He's 100% free throw shooter tonight. And it's a 50-33 advantage. The Falcons open up their largest deficit of 17 points in the Seed Pro scoreboard. 5:40 to play, third quarter. Hudson McLaren, top of the circle. Angles left to Jewell. Jewell on the dribble. Free throw line, spinning, kicking left to Gavin McLaren. Gavin spinning in the paint. Layup up and no good. Rebound Marshall. Pass ahead to Joe Hughes, high and left. Hughes drives in, baseline short. Jay got it. And Joe Hughes at double figures. Timeout Atlantic, 52-33 in favor of the Falcons. Timeout coach Dalton Franken will take it with him.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
Of yield. Learn more at steinseed.com.
Welcome back to Atlantic. 52-33. Falcons open up a big lead here in this third quarter. Still 5:17 to go. And the throw in by Gavin McLaren to Kennick Jewell. Trojans come out with Hudson McLaren, Kennick Jewell, Gavin McLaren, Hunter Nelson out of the game. Sawyer Terrell in the game. Out top to Gavin McLaren, back near side of Kennick Jewell, almost stolen. Jewell drives down the paint, shot no, and he's fouled. A number of Falcons were there, either Spencer or Narmi, the guilty party here. It's going to be Spencer, his second. The 6'3" freshman post. So Jewell will shoot a pair for the Trojans. Kennick Jewell with 9 points, and he missed the first of 2. That's a first free throw missed by Atlantic. They're 8 for 8, now 8 for 9. Second try coming up for the senior. He shoots 82% from the line, and he makes that one. And it's a 52-34 Falcon advantage here in the third quarter. 5:02 to go. On the Seed Pro scoreboard, Joe Hughes will throw it in. Kennick Jewell comes out. Gage Gross is in for Atlantic with Hunter Nelson, Sawyer Terrell, Gavin McLaren, and Hudson McLaren. Out top to Joe Hughes, swings it to Owen and Marshall. Back inside, Spencer goes inside, shot up, no. Rebound is Hughes, and a foul call to the Trojans again. That'll be 3 on Atlantic.
Gage Gross there.
Yeah. Now on Gage Gross with 4:47 to play here, third quarter. Falcons up 52-34. Joe Hughes at the free throw line. 13 points for Hughes here in the ball game. Free throw is up and good. 14 for Joe Hughes. 53-34. 4:47 to go in the third quarter of the Seed Pro scoreboard. His second free throw is in flight and good. 54-34, 20-point advantage, the Falcons' biggest lead here. Hudson McLaren driving inside, lays it up, no good. A foul called on Marshall. Just 2 on St. Albert here in the third quarter. And that'll put McLaren on the free throw line for a pair for the Trojans. Preston beat Harlan 48-46 in the boys' game. Harlan girls win. Hudson missed his first free throw. Second one forthcoming. Here it is, good. 54-35. St. Albert's basketball in the front court. Joe Hughes high and left against Gross. Lays it up and in. He beat Gross to the bucket. Just spun around him. Joe Hughes now with 17 here in the ball game. Hudson McLaren to the front court, 56-35. Now a 21-point deficit down inside. Dribble for Atlantic and a foul call on St. Albert. The Falcons, they trailed. They led by 4 after 1 quarter, and then 41-31 at the break, or 42-31, I should say, by 11. And then they've opened up a 21-point lead here in this third quarter with 4:18 to go. Hudson McLaren will toss it in. Colt Spencer out. Cooper Hamilton, the 6'2 freshman, in. Cooper Hamilton with 6 points. Jewell for 3, missed the shot on the trigger. Rebound comes off to Joe Hughes for St. Albert. He'll bring it to the front. To Narmi. Narmi cut off nicely by Terrell on the baseline. Back to Bellinger. He'll take it inside to Joe Hughes. Layup good.
Yeah, they can't hardly miss here the second half.
Nice little dump passes inside. Ninek goes inside to Gavin McLaren. He'll lay it up and in. And Gavin in double figures with 10. 58-37, favor of St. Albert. Bellinger with the ball high and right. 3:43 to go here in this third quarter. The Seed Pro scoreboard. Bellinger, dribble drive down inside. Hamilton. Joe Hughes, follow away Jay. Short range, no. Gavin McLaren rebound for Atlantic. The Trojans get a little run going here. And McLaren with a layup, no good.
That's a little too strong, though.
Hamilton rebound, kick out to Owen Marshall, back out top. On the drive, Hamilton, foul on McLaren. That's his third. With 3:17 to go, third quarter. So Hamilton, Hamilton will shoot a pair. Cooper Hamilton with 6 points here in the ball game. 3 fouls on McLaren. And Hamilton will shoot the first of 2. It's in flight and it's good. Hamilton with 7 points in the game. The 6'2 freshman, a lot of youngsters here, Cody, for St. Albert. He makes them both. He's 3 for 4 up the line. He makes it a 60-37 advantage for St. Albert. 3:13 to go in the third quarter. Seed Pro scoreboard out top. Hudson McLaren. Off the screen from Gavin. Back to Gavin, top of the circle. He'll take it inside. Nice spin move. Layup no good. Hughes rebound for St. Albert. He'll go coast to coast with it. Yeah, he pulls up at the top out to Narmi. Narmi finds a seam, slithers in, layup no, rebound. Hunter Nelson, bounce pass ahead to Kenny Jewell. He'll take it all the way inside, layup no good. Hamilton rebound, but he knocked it out. Atlantic will have the ball baseline. 2:47 on the clock here, third quarter. 60-37, St. Albert with the lead. Atlantic with the basketball. They'll trigger from the baseline, left side of the basket. Narmi comes out, and Ben Cron, the sophomore, comes in. The throw in by Hudson McLaren, left side of the basket, uncontested. Baseline Terrell for 3. Got it, he hit the big shot in. Atlantic will take him anywhere they can get him here.
Exactly.
60-40. Terrell with 2 3-pointers tonight in the ball game. St. Albert front court possession. Over to Hamilton. He'll take it inside. Lost the handle, back to Joe Hughes. Hughes has it knocked out of his hands by Kenny Jewell. Pass into Hudson McLaren, and he couldn't quite grasp the pass. It was a little zip on it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it got tipped or not by the St. Albert player.
It might have. In the lineup is Kane Hughes for St. Albert with 2:20 to play. Third quarter, 60-40 Falcons on the Seed Pro scoreboard, and Nick Bellinger will bring it across the half-court line. He has 9 points, all from behind the arc. Hasn't scored second half. Bellinger driving, jump stop, shot, no foul on Terrell of Atlantic, and that'll put Bellinger the free throw line to shoot a pair. Grant Petty to come back in for Atlantic with 2:09 to go, third quarter. Score brought to you by the Seed Pros. So Bellinger will shoot free throws for St. Albert. First one on the way, and it is good. Bellinger now in double figures with 10, averaging 13.8 points a game. He shoots about 64% for the free throw line. He's 24 makes this season. That makes 25. He made them both. Bellinger double the figures, 62-40. Falcons with the lead. Atlantic with the basketball. Driving McLaren, layup and good. Just took that inside pass, muscled up. He's in double figures with 12. 62-42. St. Albert in the front court, down low to Kane Hughes, and he got the shot. Boy, everything's falling for the Falcons. 64-42, Atlantic's basketball. Out top to Hudson McLaren. He's picked up out the top of the circle by Cron. Baseline, Gavin drives in, lays it up, and he's having his own way inside now.
Yeah.
Yeah, McLaren with the bucket for Atlantic. It's 8 points the second half. He has 14. Bellinger elevates and shoots the free throw line for St. Albert. Can't make the shot. Petty rebounds with $1:13 to go, third. To Hudson McLaren, 64-44. St. Albert, Atlantic down low to Petty. Can't get the shot. Rebound, Hudson. And he got it. Check that. It was Hunter Nelson. Hunter Nelson with the rebound in the bucket for Atlantic. 64-46. And a timeout called with 58 seconds to go here in this third quarter. Trojans try to fight their way back, but they've got a mountain to climb, no doubt about it. We're back right after this.
First Windy Bank is the longest standing locally owned bank in Atlantic, and as such, we take pride in how we serve our community. For generations, we have been involved with our customers and their families by getting involved in community events and by supporting technology and teaching financial literacy in our schools. You'll also see our support of athletics on the scoreboards at home events. It's this involvement that allows us to know our customers and their families for generations. First Windy Bank, the only bank you'll ever need. Member FDIC.
Have you ever heard the saying, people spend their life building wealth and neglecting their health, only to wish they could trade their wealth for better health at the end? This is Dr. Fritz Beyer, and it has now been over 30 years since my first chiropractic adjustment. I still get asked, do you get adjusted? Absolutely. I try to get adjusted at least once a month. I'm 47 now and still try to stay as active as ever. While I do get a few more aches and pains than when I was younger, it feels great to be able to step on the mat and help kids learning to wrestle. Chiropractic has helped me feel young enough to do it. If staying active is part of your future plans, call 254-BODY to get your body back to the basics.
At 2nd Street Auto, it's our mission to get you back on the road fast. And it all starts with free local towing. Want your back at the shop? We talk you through your car repair with a free and fair estimate. We do everything in-house so you know who's working on your car. Our Hercules tires come with free road hazard repair, free rotation for the life of the tires, and a free alignment check. And nobody can beat our transmission rebuild and repair experts. Brakes, tune-ups, oil changes, preventative maintenance, and service work make 2nd Street your first stop.
Ready for fun.
Now, back to Atlantic Trojan basketball on KS 95.7 and live streamed at westerniowatoday.com.
Welcome back to Atlantic. The Trojans had the basketball after the timeout. He'll get out top to Hudson McLaren. He'll bring it across the half-court line. Bounce pass to Petty. Baseline Terrell. The ball ricochets away, and it's going to be Atlantic's ball at 7:52 now to go in the basketball game. Falcons led at 21-17 after one quarter. Atlantic was hanging in there. And at the half, it was 42-31. Falcons open up a 66-48 lead after three. And that's where we are right now as we start the fourth quarter. Looking at the clock scorer's bench there, and officials now will go back to their positions. We'll have a throw-in on the far sideline. Wrestling results too as well.
Leah Thomas, she was on a tear today. She's just a freshman, and she pinned her first match in 22 seconds. She beat the number 2 seed by a fall in 3:17, and she pinned the number 1 seed in 33 seconds. So she's a champion there at 155 pounds. So
way to go, Leah Thomas. That's huge.
Yep. So we've got 2:35. Haley Armstrong to go yet, and then the wrestle back for Cadence Kinsey there at 1:15.
Gab McLaren drew the foul, and he makes the first of 2. Second one coming up. 17 for McLaren tonight to 66-49. And the second free throw is off the back iron. Rebound comes off to Ben Cron. 66-49 the count. Falcons with the lead on the Seed Pro scoreboard. McLaren 3 for 4 from the line tonight. Inside Hamilton against Sawyer Terrell. Pivot, spins, shoots, misses short range. He draws a foul. There's a shooting foul for Hamilton. Cooper Hamilton off the bench. Tonight he's 5 of 6 shooting free throws. He hit 1 triple, and he's had a good night off the bench. He has 10 points, averaging 7 free throws short though this time around. A lot of freshmen here, Cody, on this basketball team. The Falcons start 2 seniors, 2 juniors and a freshman, but a lot of freshmen off the bench. Hamilton's second free throw was money. 67-49. In favor of St. Albert. 7:32 to play in this game on the Seed Pro scoreboard. And Hudson McLaren will bring the ball across the half-court line in methodical fashion. St. Albert in man defense. Now they're in a zone, Cody. I believe they're in a 2-3 zone. McLaren on the bounce, baseline. Grant Petty drives baseline, skips it over to Terrell for 3. Baseline, no. Rebound. Comes off to Kane Hughes. Pass ahead, Ben Cron. Cron in possession for St. Albert. Down low, the freshman, Colt Spencer. He lobs one up, no good. Good D by Gavin McLaren. He snags the board for Atlantic. He'll bring it to the front. 7 minutes to go in the game. Gavin, a baseline. Terrell. And he threw it away. Cron with the steal, coast to coast, down to Hamilton. Layup, no follow by Joe Hughes. He traveled with it. No, they called a jump. Hughes swooped in and got the rebound that hit the deck. And now Bellinger, the point guard, will check back in for St. Albert. Also coming in is Owen Marshall. So the Falcons getting some starters back in the game with 6:50 to go here in this basketball game tonight. Throwing in will be Owen Marshall, baseline, right side of the basket. And he'll wait for Carter, looks and finds Bellinger left baseline, guarded by Hudson McLaren. Bellinger on the dribble, takes it inside, dumps it low. Marshall, layup, good. Marshall getting his points. Boy, a lot of really good pass inside. Here's 3 ball, good! How about Hunter Nelson getting a 3 at the other end? 68-51. Nelson with 5 for Atlantic. Missed shot. Here's Marshall, can't get the bucket down low. And he'll go to the free throw line for a pair. Second foul Atlantic here in the fourth stanza, 6:21 to go. St. Albert's. They have made 6 threes in the ball game. Atlantic with 5. Probably had their best scoring first half of the season with 31 points. And the free throw up and in for Owen Marshall. Marshall's perfect from the line. Second free throw coming up for Marshall. It is 12 points. And he missed that one. Rebound, Petty. Here comes the Trojans to front court. Petty hands it off to Hudson McLaren, high and right. Hudson, baseline right. Looks inside and throws it away. 6:07 to play in the game. And the ball will be Atlantic's baseline. Hudson McLaren will throw it in for the Trojans. Narmi checks in. Out of the lineup goes Hamilton, who's had a good game off the bench for St. Albert. And Hudson McLaren will throw it in. A lot of time left in this one. Here's a throw in by Hudson into Reed Woodward. He loses the handle, scramble for the ball, and jump is called. 6:04 to go. We got the running clock now with a 70 to a 52 lead. For the Falcons, inbounds for Hudson McLaren. Back out to Hunter Nelson. Terrell, baseline, Hudson, he'll fire the three. God! Hudson with a triple for Atlantic, 70-55.
That's 2 for him at least this game, so he needs to just continue to do that and get a little bit more confidence.
No running clock, I should say now. On Marshall, top of the circle, fires right to Narmi. Narmi baseline drive. Head fake, puts it up. Tough shot, no. Rebound Woodward for Atlantic. Covers the ball like it's a $100 bill. He wouldn't go let anybody get that. Out to Nelson, he'll drive inside, layup, no. Rebound to Spencer. Ahead, steal by Hudson McLaren. He'll bring it across the half-court line for Atlantic. On the dribble, left wing. Finds a seam, drives in, kick out top. Terrell, Petty, he'll stop. Pop the three, no good. Rebound comes off to Joe Hughes for St. Albert. Hughes down inside, layup up, good! Nope, not gonna count a player control foul on Hughes. With 5:01 to go. So Atlantic will have the ball out of bounds along the baseline. Gab McLaren will check in for the Trojans. 70-55 to count on the Seed Pros scoreboard. And timeout called by Coach Ken of St. Albert with a 15-point lead. 5:01 left. We'll take it with them. We're back right after these.
The Super Bowl at Atlantic is a great place to have your next celebration. Birthday parties, family outings, date nights, or just hanging out with friends. The Super Bowl is the place to be. With Glow Bowling on Friday and Saturday nights, and ramps and bumpers for the kids, anyone can have a blast at the Super Bowl. Call Dan today at 243-4656 to reserve your lane and get ready for fun.
Stein delivers more new genetics faster. Our focus on delivering higher yielding genetics faster than the competition is why we have released more new Enlist E3 lines in the past 5 years than any other seed company. For elite genetics paired with simple, flexible, and effective weed control, plant Stein Enlist E3 soybeans. Stein has yield. 45 years of yield. Learn more at steinseed.com.
Hunger problems.
Welcome back to Atlantic. 5:01 to go here in this game of the Seed Pros scoreboard. And we can report from Central Decatur that Leah Thomas is a regional champion, right?
Yeah, she basically pinned her way all the way, upended the number 2 and then upended the number 1 seed there by falling 33 seconds.
Atlantic with the basketball at the other end, and Gavin McLaren runs right over 2 Falcons. He's charged with a player control foul.
That's going to be 5 on him? No, just be 3.
Yep, that's it. He's out. I believe McLaren will foul out of the game with 4:51 to go in the contest. And Gavin McLaren on the night, he finished up We'll add up his points here. Gavin had 6 in the first half. Second half, he had 14. He has 17 for the game. Averaging 13 coming in. Falcons basketball with just under 5 to play. 70-55, sent out with the lead on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Narmi high and right. Looks out top for Joe Hughes. Back to Narmi right wing. Inside Spencer. The freshman wheels, deals, gives off to Marshall. Layup good. They do that. Runner right down the middle every time with that low block.
Yeah, get you turning.
Yeah, Marshall with
there.
another pair of points. 74-55, it should be the score. In the front court, Petty. Short jumper, no good. And the rebound comes off to St. Albert. 72-55, I beg your pardon, that's the score. Pass low, Spencer against Woodward. He's holding fast there. He'll throw out top to Marshall. 4 minutes left, St. Albert up 72-55. Pass left wing to Bellinger. Picked up by Terrell, driving inside the block. Pass right side to Spencer. The freshman Spencer, give it a go left side. Shot by Joe Hughes, a short one, no good. Rebound to Colton Spencer. He'll put it up. He's tomahawked inside. And Spencer will shoot a pair. That's number 4 in Atlantic here in the fourth quarter. So Colton Spencer has been scoreless in the second half. He had 6 points in the first half. The freshman post averaging just shy of 10 a game. And he'll shoot a pair of free throws here. He's a 49% free throw shooter. And the first of 2 in flight. And it is good. Got the roll. A little soft touch off the rim. He's got 3 for 3 from line here tonight. He's got 7 points. And a 73-55 lead. Second free throw is missed. Rebound Trojans. High and right, Grant Petty back out to Petty's playing with 4 fouls. Hudson McLaren dribble drive, and he threw it away. Joe Hughes steal. Baseball ahead to Ballinger. He'll take it to the rim. Lays it up and in. Ballinger puts the Falcons up 75-55 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. 3:20 left. Hudson McLaren in the ring for Atlantic on the dribble. Lob over to Hunter Nelson. Pulls up to the free throw line. Fires and then missed the shot. Colt Spencer pulls it down for the Falcons. Colt Spencer, a 6'3" freshman. He has 7 points in the game. Off the bench will be Meisinger for Atlantic here shortly. Bellinger out top with under 3 to play. Bellinger goes inside. The runner up, good. Bellinger.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he's still playing. I mean, they've got a lot of other subs in. And
I'll tell you, Bellinger, called by Dalton Frank, one of the top point guards in the conference. And I'll tell you what, he's convincing to me. He's really slick inside. Timeout call. We'll take it with them. We're back in a minute.
Our mission is to be your business partner every day of every season.
Pioneer Hybrid International was founded in Iowa back in 1926 and is still American today. Not many other seed providers can make that claim.
We partner with you to continually push the limits by combining elite seed genetics, local infield knowledge, along with customer service second to none.
We are with you from the word go. Contact Mark Van Tiger, Gary Dinkla, Nick Knudsen, or John Becker to partner with a team that puts your business needs first.
Have you ever heard the saying, people spend their life building wealth and neglecting their health, only to wish they could trade their wealth for better health at the end? This is Dr. Fritz Beyer, and it has now been over 30 years since my first chiropractic adjustment. I still get asked, do you get adjusted? Absolutely. I try to get adjusted at least once a month. I'm 47 now and still try to stay as active as ever. While I do get a few more aches and pains than when I was younger, it feels great to be able to step on the mat and help kids learning to wrestle. Chiropractic has helped me feel young enough to do it. If staying active is part of your future plans, call 254-BODY to get your body back to the basics.
Welcome back to Atlantic and the waning moments of this one here tonight. A big night here in Atlantic. A lot going on, and Hudson McLaren on the drive, attacking the rim, shoots, and he's fouled by Spencer. Colt Spencer fouls him. Hudson will shoot a pair. McLaren's had 2 threes tonight, which is good to see from him, as he picked up just his 4th three-point make of the year from the outside. And like you mentioned, I mean, he can.
He's got the ability.
He's got the ability.
He just needs to pull the trigger.
Hudson missed his first of 2. Atlantic bringing in subs. Grant Petty goes out of the game. And the free throw by Hudson is on the way and good. He made one of two of that trip.
Haley Armstrong of Atlantic there at 235. She won her championship match in the 22nd fall. So there's two going on here. Cadence Kinsey will be wrestling back here for a 2-second coming up shortly.
So Atlantic has 2 in that girls regional there at Central Decatur. Leah Thomas must have had herself quite a night.
Yeah, she basically pinned her way all the way through.
Colt Spencer hits a 2 for the Falcons there, 79-55, and still waiting on Cadence Kinsey then, is that what you said?
Yeah, at 115 pounds.
Gage Gross of Atlantic driving, stops the elbow and fires and scores. Gage Gross gets the 2 for the Trojans here in the second half. 79-57 the count here. We'll have a wrap-up of the wrestling as well coming up here after the game. We're down to 1:52 to go here. Hamilton inside the block. The freshman give it a go to Kane Hughes, and he threw it away. Meisinger with the steal for Atlantic, and he has it pocket picked at the other end by Wiley Jin. The shot up and good for St. Albert. 13 points now for Hamilton. And we've got this timeout for substitution. Coach Cannon going to his bench a little deeper here.
Yeah, I don't think the official is real happy. He acted like he wanted to clean his bench, and then he's just subbing one guy. So
he's not coming in.
Well, now he's going to go ahead and
now decided to clean his bench.
I'd give him a timeout about 4 minutes after the game.
Here's Atlantic with the ball. Gage Gross with it. He'll bring it across the half-court line. 81-58 in favor of the Falcons. Out top, Connor Johnson. Wheelage almost steals it away. Connor saves it. Back to Gross. Gross on the dribble to the left side. Baseline. Johnson head fake against Weilich. And he throws it away. Ben Crime with the steal. He'll go coast to coast. Lays it up and in. And a foul called on Atlantic to boot. 83-58 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. $1.04 to go. Hawkeye 10 Conference Wrestling coming up tomorrow. Starts at 10:30. Reports at 10 till and 20 after the hour until live coverage mid-afternoon. And Cody Weaver will have all the play-by-play. And Chris Varney will be there as well tomorrow, covering that on 95.7 FM. With reports again 20 after and 10 till. Cron's free throw good. 1:04 to go. Cron with 5 points in the ball game. 84-58. Atlantic with the basketball, top of the circle. Gross with it. Give it a go down low to Johnson. Connor Johnson, low block shot, and he's fouled on the shot by Morgan Young, a 6'2 sophomore. This should be a good one tomorrow, Cody. As you mentioned, Lewis Central Atlantic, I think, will be battling for it, but there's a lot of other great individuals. Harlan's got some good wrestlers, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to come down to the bonus points and how the wrestlers do on the backside, working their way back up as high as possible.
Johnson makes both free throws for the Trojans. Connor Johnson, 84-60. 47 seconds to go, and St. Albert the other end. They got a nice pass inside to Kellen Poole, the 6'5 junior. He got a bucket, 86-60. 36 seconds to go. Atlantic lose a handle at the other end. A pass ahead inside, and we've got a whistle and a turnover on St. Albert. Coach Cannon goes deep to his bench. Coach Franken going to his bench as well. 30 seconds left to go. Out top, Gage Groves for Atlantic. Back out top to Devon Fields down the game. Right side of Connor Johnson. To Fields, top of the circle. He'll wheel and deal inside. Down to Johnson. Kick out top. Fields and a steal by Kane Hughes with 12 seconds to go. This game is in the books. 86-60 with the final score here. As St. Albert go to 12-7 on the year. Atlantic 2-13. 86-60 is your final. A night of a lot of activity. Villa Dance was here, senior night for the girls, and also the honor of Amber Gibson by the Iowa High School Athletic Directors Association for being the Iowa Athletic Director Administrative Assistant of the Year Award. A very nice presentation by Andy Mitchell, and her family was here as well, and just a great night. Of course, Pink Out Night and for Breast Cancer Awareness Week. And we're going to take a quick timeout, Cody. We'll check wrestling here right after this. Our post-game sponsor here is brought to you by Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital, and we are proud of the awards and all of our recent accomplishments. But do you know what drives us to be the very best? You. We're passionate about helping our patients heal and feel their very best at any age and any stage of life. Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
Cody Weaver. Well, let's check wrestling first here, Cody. I know we've got a wrap up here, and maybe I don't know if Caden Kenzie's.
Not yet. They're at about 105 pounds, so 2 more weight classes to go. So still waiting on the 115. Cadence Kenzie, she's wrestling back for a true second. She beat the number 2 seed, but lost to the 4 seed there, or lost to the 1 seed in the finals, and then the 4 seed on the backside won. So at 130 pounds, Haley Huffman was eliminated. At 140, Olivia Knuth was eliminated in the semifinals on the consolation side. So really good tournament for her. Was able to score quite a few team points. Lily Johnson at 145 was eliminated on that backside. Leah Thomas, a freshman there at 155, pinned her way all the way through. A really good tournament for her. And not to be outdone, Haley Armstrong pinned her opponent in the finals 12 seconds quicker than Leah. So you've got Leah Thomas and Haley Armstrong guaranteed locked into the girls' state in Class 1A there, and Cadence Kinsey be coming up shortly here to wrestle back. When you look at from a team standpoint, I mean, Atlantic has really scored fairly well. Right now, Atlantic is in 6th place out of those 19 teams. Scored a total of 82 points, but Eddyville, Blakesburg, they got 14 wrestlers scoring, and they got 244 points. They've got the lead so far.
Well, thank you for that, and we've got a wrap up here. Atlantic head coach Dalton Franken is with us here in a post game brought to you by Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors. Well, Coach, let's break down this game in it early, and then said I was just kind of able to break away in that second half. Your thoughts on the game?
We didn't get a single 50-50 ball all night. We let them get to the paint at will tonight, and that's how you lose by 26. We didn't get a single 50-50 ball tonight, and our on-ball defense was terrible. Our backside rotations were terrible, and they just continued to bury us as the game went on because they kept making the winning plays and we didn't.
Coach, you move on. Perry tomorrow, so quick turnaround. Talk about preparing for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, they're going to press us the whole game. They have 2 guards that are averaging 18 points a game, so our on-ball defense is going to have to be a heck of a lot better tomorrow if we're going to have a chance to win.
Coach, how do you correct that 50-50 ball situation?
It's just effort, man.
Yeah.
It's just effort. There's no X's and O's strategy to it. It's just want and desire, and they wanted it more than us tonight, and that's why they won.
Very good. Well, Coach, thanks for stopping by, and best of luck tomorrow.
Thanks, Tom.
You bet. Dalton Franken and joining us here on the post-game show here on 95.7 FM and our live video stream at WesternIowa.com. 86-60, the final in favor of St. Albert. We'll be back with the scoring, but first this from our post-game sponsor, Cass Health.
Is a private, elegant retreat that offers aesthetic dermatology services and professional-grade skincare products. Our team provides appointments for Botox, dermal fillers, and resurfacing treatments. And we recently added esthetician services, including diamond glow dermabrasion, facials, waxing, brow tinting, eyelash tints and lifts, and exfoliating treatments. Now open Tuesday through Thursday, the Cass Health Med Spa team is ready to help you look and feel your best. Learn more and schedule your appointments online at casshealth.org/medspa.
And welcome back to the post-game show brought to you by Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors. Let's take a look at the scoring and for the Falcons. So they scored 86 here in the ball game, and it was Joe Hughes with 19 to lead the way. Nick Bellinger had 15, and Owen Marshall had 10. Noah Army with 7 points. Colt Spencer, the freshman, with 9. Cooper Hamilton had 10, and then 3 for Ben Cron, and 2 each for Kane Hughes and Kellen Poole. Those are unofficial scores here for the Falcons. They had 5 threes in the first half and just 1 3 in the second. For Atlantic, they were led by Gavin McLaren with 17, and Hudson McLaren had 10. Kennick Jewell with 10 points, 7 points from Sawyer Terrell, and 4 from Reed Woodward tonight. 3 points scored by Hunter Nelson, and 2 each for Grant Petty. And also Gage Gross had a bucket for Atlantic. Final score 86-60. Cody, final thoughts? Anything on the wrestling over there in Central Decatur?
Still waiting on the final results. Are at 115 pounds, but again, Atlantic right now looks like they're pretty solid in 6th place out of those 19 teams. They've got 2 girls locked in, one at 155, Leah Thomas, freshman, and then junior Haley Armstrong there at 235. Both were champs. Cadence should be wrestling pretty quickly here with a chance to go, but she's got to, wrestle back for 2 seconds. So she made it to the finals, lost in the finals, and then the girl that beat her lost on the backside. So she'll be coming up here, and, she's going to be battling until the very end.
Awesome. Well, Cody, thank you very much. Appreciate you. And, of course, our next broadcast coming up tomorrow here on 95.7 FM. Wrestling coverage from Denison. The first report around 10:50, and reports at 10 till and 20 after the hour until the finals. And we'll have complete coverage, play-by-play of the finals on 95.7 FM with Cody Weaver and Chris Varney there. And then, of course, we'll have the live video stream as well throughout the day from Denison tomorrow in the Hawkeye 10 Conference Wrestling Tournament. Thanks for joining us.
Just a second here, Tom. Cadence Kinsey did win by fall, so she's going to be true second, so you'll have half the team, basically,
there you go,
going for Atlantic 3. So Cadence is a runner-up there, true runner-up at 115 pounds, so she'll join Leah Thomas there and Haley Armstrong to go to state next week.
Well, congratulations, Caden Kinsey, Leah Thomas, and Haley Armstrong. And I think the other ones also had good efforts as well.
They really did. I mean, to score the points. And again, first-timer Olivia Knuth put up a big battle to make it all the way back to semifinals. So there's definitely a lot of not give up in her. So,
well, that'll do it for the broadcast tonight here from Atlantic. Thank you very much for joining us. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here, Cody Weaver and Chris Varney, here at 95.7 FM tomorrow morning with Hawkeye 10 Conference Wrestling coverage. Good night from Atlantic.